Carbon Dino football on the peak. KRPX 95.3 FM. Carbon Dino football, powered by Castle Country Radio on KRPX 95.3 The Peak and online at castlecountryradio.com. And now for tonight's play-by-play, let's join Sonny Buscarini and Aiden Mortensen.
Good evening and welcome to Carbon Dino football. Tonight it's playoff time. We start all over again. We're on the road here at Grantsville High School. It's the Carbon Dinos, 12th seed against the number 5 seed Grantsville Cowboys. Hello again, everybody. I'm Sonny Buscarini, and I'll be joined here in the Sutherland's broadcast booth with Aiden Mortensen, also Dave Hoganson on the camera tonight. Tonight, the Carbon Dinos come to town here in Grantsville to play a good Grantsville team. As I said, they sit number 5. The Dinos sit number 12. Now, the winner of this game will play next week against the winner of Juab and Ben Lomond. That game will start at 6 o'clock as well. We've had some games start at 4 tonight, some at 5. We'll keep you updated throughout the night on all the games going on in the 3A classification and other games as well. Aiden does a great job doing that for us, so he'll keep us updated on everything going on. You're listening to Landon's Diesel Service pregame show. Aiden, pleasure to be here once again with you for another Carbon Dino football game. Playoff time. Season's done. We're into season number 2 now. Everybody's 0-0.
And it's crazy to think we are already here in the postseason, Sonny. It feels like just last week we were at home taking on ALA in that thrilling 34-31 victory. But now the real games and real consequences come into effect throughout the regular season. The RPI was determined, setting the Dinos at the number 12 seed Grantsville, earning number 5, narrowly missing out on a first-round bye. And I can pinpoint, Sonny, the exact game that cost them that. It was their contest against Juab, losing 36-35 in a double overtime thriller. That's the game that really set Grantsville back into this 5 seed. Instead of enjoying a first round bye, they must face a very scrappy Dinos team tonight.
We'll take a look at the 3A playoffs and how they sit. Cedar got the number 1 seed. Of course, we've seen them last week. Very good football team. Did not lose a game this year, 10-0. They're the number 1 seed. They get a bye. It will be number 8 Canyon View against number 9 Ogden. That game started at 4 o'clock. We'll see if Aiden could get us a score on that here sometime soon. The winner of that game will play Cedar next week at 4 o'clock. Then at 6 o'clock tonight, we have number 4 Juab against number 12 Ben Lomond. And also 6 o'clock tonight, our game, Grantsville against the Carbon Dinos. The 2 winners will play on the 31st at 4 o'clock. We go to the bottom part of the bracket. Aiden will have Morgan, who is the 2nd seed. They also got a bye. And tonight at 5 o'clock, it'll be Richfield against Logan. It's 7 Richfield, 10 Logan. The winner of that game will play Morgan on the 31st at 4 o'clock. The bottom part, we have Manti with a bye. They were the number 3 seed. And today at 4 o'clock, North Stampede battling Union. The winner of that game will play Manti. And that's how the first round and everything will set up for the 3A tournament.
And Sonny, you mentioned some of those earlier games happening today. I got some scores for you right now. Canyon View taking on Ogden, 10-7 advantage currently for the Falcons game being played at Canyon View in Cedar City. So pretty much a home game if the Falcons are to match up with Cedar. They might as well go ahead and play that one at SUU a week ahead of time. And then North St. Pete currently up 23-6 over Union.
So there's a couple of scores just underway. We have one that starts at 5. Well, it started at 5. And we have the other 2 starting at 6 like ours. Now, Aiden, tonight, the Dinos come in. We said it starts all over again. They have nothing to lose. They come in here with an opportunity to pull a huge upset. This is why you play the games. This is why we're here. I'm excited for tonight's game against Grantsville.
That they do, Sonny. Any given Friday in high school football, a massive upset can be pulled, and we've seen a few impressive runs over the last few years of UHSAA play. Just a few years ago, Delta coming in as a 7 seed and making their way to the semifinals. So upsets and Cinderella stories can happen in football. Not as prevalent necessarily as they are in the world of basketball, but still something that can happen nonetheless. But you look at common opponents between these two, Sonny, and and Grantsville has typically come out on the winning side in games Carbon has lost. You look at the Richfield game, Grantsville defeating Richfield 32-0 while Carbon fell 39-7, but that was one of Carbon's best defensive performances of the season in my mind. They had a lot of opportunities where they could have just rolled over and let Richfield score on easy red zone possessions, but they locked down and forced a few turnover on downs against the Wildcats. Against Ogden a few weeks ago, Grantsville prevailed 42-7 while Carbon fell 43-7. So kind of an inverse score there, 4 victories there. And then, of course, that Juab game. Both teams fell in that, Grantsville losing 36-35 in double overtime, with Carbon falling 38-3. And then, of course, Manti coming in, and they came into Grantsville and kind of took their lunch money. They defeated them 23-7. Meanwhile, Carbon fell 42-21 to the Templars. That was a great second half by the Dinos in that contest. They had a great comeback effort, but unfortunately just not enough to overcome a very high-powered Manti team.
Take a look at Grantsville. The head coach, David Millward. It's his second year. They have a 6-4 record, 4-1 in region play, and a RPI ranking of number 5.
Yeah, in Grantsville, you look down at the field, Sonny, while they were warming up. These are some big corn-fed country boys. They have a very, very stout offensive and defensive line unit, and that and all their skill positions tower over the opposition. It's a very good group offensively, and that's where their offensive style comes into play. Running the spread, you have a very tall quarterback in Dallin Van Vliet, and he just towers over his offensive line, making it a little bit easier for him to make reads down the field.
So they play a spread, as you said, on the offensive side of the ball. They like to play a 3-3 defense most of the time. Their key players, senior running back Riggan Murdoch. He's averaging 80 yards per game, 7 rushing touchdowns on the season.
Yeah, 724 total rushing yards on the year. He has been a key weapon for Grantsville, getting their ground game going when the run game isn't necessarily coming through. You look at that 3-3 defensive front, Sonny, they're going to be throwing a plethora of blitzes at the Dinos tonight. You look at their stats, several cornerbacks, a group which you normally don't see approaching the top of the standings in sacks. They have several up there in that category. So they're a team who's going to blitz hard, and they're going to try and establish dominance at the line of scrimmage. It's up to the front 5 for Carbon to really assert themselves in this situation. Try and win that battle at the line, and then good things will follow if they can come away with that victory.
Junior quarterback wearing number 1, Dallin Van Vliet. He has 10 touchdown passes, 8 rushing touchdowns. He's thrown for 1,338 yards.
And Sonny, like I mentioned, he kind of towers over a lot of his teammates, stands at 6'2", and is only a junior, allowing him to make reads much more efficiently down the field. 10 passing touchdowns, 8 rushing touchdowns, 1,338 pass yards. He's a real dual-threat quarterback. You got to keep him contained in the pocket, because if you let him outside, he's going to cause some damage.
Then the senior wide receiver, number 8, Jordan Fawson. He has 45.6 yards per game receiving the ball, but he also plays good on the defensive side. He has 3 interceptions.
Yeah, 3 interceptions, 2 pass deflections. The Dinos going to want to avoid throwing to him, but if we're looking at game plan, Sonny, I don't think the Dinos are going to want to be doing much throwing tonight. A very stout secondary and a very strong middle linebacking group. You're going to want to establish the run, draw this game out, limit the opportunities for Grantsville to have the ball in their hands, and that way you can kind of dictate the pace of this game, and you do that. You can catch them off guard, force them into a few uncharacteristic mistakes, and come away with the upset win.
Senior middle linebacker Porter Davis wears number 87, 3 sacks, 53 tackles on the season.
And that is impressive for a middle linebacker. Normally, when you look at teams, you see them getting closer to the 70s, but Grantsville's defensive line does such a good job establishing contact at the line that rarely do you see plays break into that secondary.
Averaging 29.7 points per game, allowing 16.8 points per game. The 6-4, number 5 seed Grantsville Cowboys. Taking a look at the Carbon Dinos in year number 1, Nick Milovich, 2-8 record, 0-8 in region play, comes in with the RPI ranking of number 12. Their offense, they like to run the shotgun wing T, and on the defensive side, Aiden, primarily the 4-2-5.
And that 4-2-5 has been very beneficial for him throughout the year, because when you have those 5 defensive backs just kind of at the ready, you can do a lot of good things in the pass game, especially in terms of not allowing big explosive plays, which throughout the year, Carbon has let up a few, as any team will, but they've really kept in check major explosive plays. You see teams kind of grit and grind against the Dinos, going 5-10 yards at a time, getting first downs, making their way downfield before breaking off a big play. So it's not always a home run hit against this Dinos defense, and kind of leading the way for the Dinos are the senior cornerback duo, Trace Crespin and Caleb Sorensen. Both have put on a spectacular display this year. Crespin with 59 tackles and 5 pass deflections. Sorensen, 24 tackles to go along with 2 interceptions, 3 pass deflections, and a fumble recovery.
So we got the junior linebacker, number 30, Daxton Maurer, 97 tackles. He has 95 rushing yards on the offensive side of the ball and 2 rushing touchdowns as well.
And we're going to be seeing him take much more of an offensive role this go-around. Lots of injuries for the Dinos have piled up over the last few weeks, and that's kind of forced Maurer to adapt, not only inside the linebacker role where he's really excelled throughout the year, but he's been forced to go into this running back role and try and establish something there. And Sonny, week by week, he is getting better and better and better.
Then we got Tager Timothy, the junior running back, and Coach Milovich calls him the Swiss Army knife, and you can see why. 200 rushing yards, 1 touchdown, 117 reception yards, 3. He has touchdowns. He plays defense. He kicks. He's 14 for 15 from that situation. He just does a little bit of everything, and you can't describe him any better than what Coach Milovich does.
A Swiss Army knife in Tager Timothy, 14 on 15 of extra points, and that one miss wasn't even necessarily his fault. A big D lineman got through, batted that ball out of the air, so he has done an excellent job. If he is able to kick 2 extra points tonight, Sonny, and successfully boot it through the uprights, he will tie the Carbon High School record for extra points in a season. A third nets him that school record, so rooting for Tager tonight to come away with that record.
So sit back, relax, and enjoy Carbon Dino football. We're on the road. We're at Grantsville. Grantsville Cowboys against the Carbon Dinos. It's the first round of the 3A football playoffs. Sonny Buscarini, Aiden Mortensen here in the Sutherland's broadcast booth, and Dave Hokinson as well on the camera tonight. Sit back, relax, enjoy Carbon Dino football. Let us bring it to you here from Grantsville. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, more right after this.
At Landon's Diesel, they understand the heartbeat of your diesel truck. Whether it's the rig that powers your livelihood or the everyday vehicle that drives your life, the trained technicians at Landon's Diesel are here to keep you rolling. Plus, with 24-hour towing service, support's just a call away, anytime, day or night. Drive into Landon's Diesel for expert care tailored to you and your truck, because when your diesel needs expertise, Landon's Diesel is always here.
At A Perfect Smile, they specialize in transforming your smile with precision and care. From porcelain veneers and dental implants to orthodontics, crowns, and bridges, their expertise covers every aspect of general and cosmetic dentistry. Dr. Jackson and his team are here to address even the most challenging dental concerns, helping you achieve a smile you'll love. Ready for a smile makeover? Call A Perfect Smile today, 637-2100, to schedule an appointment.
Looking for the perfect mattress? We've got you covered. At Bill's Home Furnishings, we have the largest selection of mattresses in eastern Utah, including the highly rated Serta Perfect Sleeper. And when it comes to price, we're competitive with anywhere in the state. But we're more than just mattresses. From quality furniture and home accessories to reliable appliances, we've got everything you need to make your house a home. Stop by Bill's Home Furnishings today, where selection, savings, and service meet. Right here in eastern Utah.
Looking for financial solutions? At Cache Valley Bank, they're here to help. Whether you need commercial loans, mortgages, or expert financial advising, they've got you covered. Visit them today on the corner of First West and Main Street. Cache Valley Bank, your partner in financial success.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC. When your comfort is on the line, trust the experts who care. At Air Temp Heating and Cooling, we've been dedicated to keeping Castle Country cozy since 1999. Our certified technicians are ready with 24/7 emergency service and the latest knowledge in heating and cooling technology. As a proud Bryant authorized dealer, we'll do whatever it takes to ensure your home or business stays comfortable year-round. Call Air Temp Heating and Cooling today at 637-4468.
Hi, I'm Dr. Daniel Kelly, owner of Castle Valley Orthodontics. What's keeping you from having a perfect smile? We understand what you want from a local orthodontist. And here at Castle Valley Orthodontics, you'll be treated like family. Call Castle Valley Orthodontics at 637-2222 for a free consultation.
At Castle Country Vet, they believe every pet deserves a touch of love and expert care. You can trust Dr. Harmer and Dr. Kelly. They're not just veterinarians, but passionate pet lovers, dedicated to nurturing your furry friends like family. From routine checkups to emergency interventions, you and your pet will experience compassionate, professional care every step of the way. Let Castle Country Vet help your pets lead the happiest, healthiest lives. Call Castle Country Vet today, 637-5797, because love is a four-legged word.
At Clean Cut Roofing and Siding, they believe every home deserves to look its best. Since 2003, Clean Cut Roofing and Siding has been transforming homes and businesses with precision and care, ensuring your peace of mind with every shingle and siding panel installed. Whether you're updating an old look, repairing storm damage, or bringing life back to your storefront, trust them to handle every detail. Visit cleancutroofingsiding.com to schedule your free consultation. Clean Cut Roofing and Siding, where quality meets craftsmanship.
Discover peace of mind with Don's Hometown Insurance, now even closer to home at their new location, 58 West Main Street in Price. Connect directly with friendly agents ready to tailor a package just for you. Imagine bundling your home, auto, and life insurance, simplifying your life while maximizing your savings. Experience personalized service designed to protect what matters most to you. Visit Don's Hometown Insurance today and feel the difference.
Show your school spirit and support local high schools with the new Eastern Utah Community Credit Union debit and credit cards. Featuring designs for Carbon, Emory, and Grand High School, these cards let you carry a piece of your school's pride wherever you go. Plus, to make purchasing easier, Eastern Utah Community Credit Union has added the convenience of tap-to-pay and compatibility with major mobile wallets. Pick up your school spirit card today at any of the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union branches.
Hey there, food lovers. It's Bill Hicks from Farlano's Cafe, your new favorite spot for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Whether you're craving a hearty omelet, a fresh salad, our golden curly fries, or our mouth-watering pastas, we've got you covered. And we're open 7 days a week. So come on down to Farlano's Cafe, where every meal is a celebration. Remember, it's where the locals eat. Visit us at Farlano's, where great food and great company come together. See you soon.
At Landon's Diesel, they understand the heartbeat of your diesel truck. Whether it's the rig that powers your livelihood or the everyday vehicle that drives your life, the trained technicians at Landon's Diesel are here to keep you rolling. Plus, with 24-hour towing service, support's just a call away, anytime, day or night. Drive into Landon's Diesel for expert care tailored to you and your truck, because when your diesel needs expertise, Landon's Diesel is always here.
I'm Will Hinckley, number 66. I'm Cole Hinckley, number 72, and you're listening to 95.3 The Peak, where the Dinos play.
Welcome back to the Landon's Diesel Service pregame show here on 95.3 The Peak, where the Dinos play. As we said, Dinos on the road tonight for the first round of the state playoffs in 3A football. We're at Grantsville High School as they battle the 5th seed tonight. It should be a good one. Aiden, I'm looking forward to tonight. Playoff games. You start all over, you wipe the slate, and here we go.
Yeah, no, it doesn't matter what your record was in the regular season. Entering the postseason, anything can happen and anyone can make a name for themselves, and that's exactly what the Dinos are looking to do tonight. A battered group and a bunch of underclassmen trying to fill in major roles for the Dinos, but a lot of opportunity to step yourself up and kind of cement your name in this roster heading into next season. That's going to be the big indicator. So this is a great way to set yourself up for next year, but for these seniors, potentially the last high school football game they'll be able to play in their career. So a lot riding in this for them. They want to see that season continue, and having been in that position myself in recent times, it's a feeling that you need to just keep on going. So they're going to be laying it all out on the field tonight.
Yeah, that's it'd be great to watch the Dinos move on into the second round of the playoffs. As we said, told you what was going on tonight. We'll keep you updated with everything. You're listening to the Landon Diesel Service pregame show. Also want to thank the sponsors that help bring you Carbon Dino football and basketball coming up and everything. Want to thank them for bringing the Dinos to you without them. So support everybody that you see in the videos and the advertisements and what you hear on 95.3 The Peak. Support those businesses that help bring you Carbon Dino Sports.
Yeah, Sonny, we wouldn't be able to bring you the premier broadcast in the Castle Country without them. So major thank you to those sponsors. But looking out on the field, Sonny, it's going to be a tough task. That red, black, and white looking like the Georgia Bulldogs on the field, and they play hard like them too as they start filing out of the locker room. An intimidating bunch. Most of the team dressed in uniform for tonight's contest. They want those sidelines to be as packed as can be, and that's always an intimidating sight, sitting on that visiting sideline, seeing a huge group of players as they prepare to burst through the big cowboy helmet on the right side of the field. You look at their line and their skill players, though, Sonny. These are some huge kids. They've obviously been spending time in the weight room. They've done a good job establishing themselves in that department. That's really where it all starts in the football season, is in the weight room. You make progress there in the off season. You cross-train with other sports, and then you can burst that onto the football field and really make a name. That's something that I know Coach Milovich and I have talked about, is that over the offseason, they want to put more of an emphasis on getting these kids out and into the weight room, because you can be as technical as you want. You can know the game as well as you want, but if you don't have the strength to back it up, then you're really not going to get very far.
Grantsville, they're hiding out under the helmet there. They're getting ready to come out on the field. They wear their white pants, the red jerseys, white numbers, white helmets with the stripe on it, looking sharp. They're getting ready to come out. The Dinos are waiting for them to come out, and they'll be coming out on the field as well. It's a great atmosphere tonight here at Grantsville, and here come the Cowboys out on the field.
And they're making a roaring entrance, Sonny. The fans on their feet, a packed stand for the Grantsville Cowboys, taking full advantage of the home field scenario, because next week they could be returning to the road to face the Juab Wasps, a very tough opponent that those two teams have already met early on in the season. But tonight, they got to focus on the Carbon Dinos.
Here come the Dinos out on the field with their blue pants, the white jerseys, blue numbers, white helmets. It's the Carbon Dinos and the Grantsville Cowboys here on 95.3 The Peak, where the Dinos play. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, Aiden, you're going to sneak down there and see if you can get an interview with Coach Milovich when we return on the Landon's Diesel Service pregame show.
At Landon's Diesel, they understand the heartbeat of your diesel truck. Whether it's the rig that powers your livelihood or the everyday vehicle that drives your life, the trained technicians at Landon's Diesel are here to keep you rolling. Plus, with 24-hour towing service, support's just a call away, anytime, day or night. Drive into Landon's Diesel for expert care tailored to you and your truck, because when your diesel needs expertise, Landon's Diesel is always here.
I was hoping to talk to someone about updating my insurance policy.
I am able to understand complete sentences.
That was a complete sentence?
I didn't understand that.
Why can't I just talk to a person?
No one talks to humans anymore.
Sometimes humans are just more helpful.
I hear you. Why don't we review your coverage with a super check?
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Jill Jensen in Price today.
Discover the strength and beauty of Flawless Sheeting's metal siding and roofing solutions. Designed to endure and crafted to conserve energy, the products offered by Flawless Sheeting ensure your home not only looks good, but feels good too. Plus, they come with a 40-year warranty. Enjoy superior durability and enhanced comfort year-round with new roofing from Flawless Sheeting. Ready to upgrade? Call Flawless Sheeting at 636-7300 and elevate the way you live.
You see your friends with their new travel trailers, four-wheelers, and side-by-sides. They're living the dream, right? Well, it doesn't just have to be a dream. You can start living that same dream life today by starting your new career with GMS Mine Repair and Maintenance. GMS is hiring mechanics, electricians, fabricators, experienced and inexperienced miners. They offer high starting wages, benefits, a 401k, and vacation pay. Local jobs are available. Apply today. Email your resume to kbarker@gmsminerepair.com. The dream can be yours with GMS Mine Repair.
You're listening to Carbon Dino Football on the Peak, KRPX 95.3 FM.
Welcome back to the Landon's Diesel Service pregame show. Sonny Buscarini here along with Aiden Mortensen. Aiden's down on the field going to do an interview here with Nick Milovich. Aiden, take it away.
Thank you, Sonny. I'm down here fieldside with Carbon High School head coach Nick Milovich. Coach, playoffs are always a fresh start for teams. You may have been on the losing end of the last few games, but everyone going into playoffs starts 0-0. Is that the mentality you've instilled in this team over the past week?
We've been trying. We're excited to play this game, no matter the circumstance, and I'm glad we were able to get the green light to be able to do this and have the kids gain this experience. So we're excited. No matter who it is, who we're up against, we'll sure give it our best.
Now, looking at Grantsville, what are you looking for from them defensively that you're going to try and capitalize on heading into today's contest?
They're big in the middle, so we definitely want to try to not run into the bear of the defense. So definitely try to establish an outside run, BC gaps. And then just hopefully we move the ball a little bit.
And then defensively, what are you trying to do to stop the offensive attack, that spread offense, something we're seeing so common across high school football? How do you plan to try and stop this Cowboy attack tonight?
We're ready for him to be passing early and often. Big, tall quarterback being able to see the field, and so we're just going to lock down as best we can, and we're going to have a lot of one-on-one matchups, and we're banking on our guys beating their guys.
Now, when you look at the roster, several injuries kind of impacting us this go-around, but still a very scrappy group. Who should we be on the lookout for today to kind of make some noise in the playoffs?
Trace Crespin, senior leader, Caleb Sorensen, of course Tager Timothy, our Swiss Army knife, and then we're going to heavily rely on our offensive line to at least open some holes up and try to get a couple of things going.
Now, Coach, before we let you go, anything you want to leave us with?
Thank you, everyone, for the support. We're going to give it our all tonight, and we appreciate Sonny and Aiden and Dave and everyone else just being with us every single week. So we just wanted to say thank you to you guys and of course to Jordan and everyone out there. So thank you guys for being there with us.
Well, thank you, Coach. We appreciate all you do for us. Back to you in the booth, Sonny.
Welcome back to the Landon's Diesel Service pregame show. Thank you, Aiden, for the interview down there with Coach Milovich. Aiden will work his way back up here. We're about 2 minutes and 30 seconds away from kickoff here on 95.3 The Peak, where the Dinos play the Carbon Dinos and the Grantsville Cowboys. It is the first round of the 3A state football playoffs. The Dinos, as we said, wearing their white uniforms with the blue numbers, white helmets, blue pants, looking sharp tonight. I love their road uniforms, and we have Grantsville tonight, white pants, red jerseys, white numbers, white helmets with the red stripe. We're about ready as we have a little ceremony here, and we're just moments away from the captains going out. We'll have the coin toss, and it'll be time for high school football here on 95.3 The Peak, where the Dinos play. It's Grantsville, it's Carbon. Don't go anywhere.
At Landon's Diesel, they understand the heartbeat of your diesel truck. Whether it's the rig that powers your livelihood or the everyday vehicle that drives your life, the trained technicians at Landon's Diesel are here to keep you rolling. Plus, with 24-hour towing service, support's just a call away, anytime, day or night. Drive into Landon's Diesel for expert care tailored to you and your truck, because when your diesel needs expertise, Landon's Diesel is always here.
You're looking for somewhere you could be proud to work. Komatsu is looking for you. Komatsu is a leading manufacturer of construction, mining, forestry, and industrial heavy equipment. Komatsu currently has openings for seasoned welders, journeyman electricians, and MSHA certified electricians, as well as master machinists. At Komatsu, not only will your skills be rewarded with competitive wages, but you'll also enjoy benefits like a robust 401k plan. Grow with Komatsu. Go to komatsu.com or call Tanner at 636-6150.
The more things change,
the more they stay the same.
Yes, Mr. Automotive has a new building in Huntington.
But that just means the services they offer just got better.
Detailing and mechanic work are being added to the already great service Mr. Automotive had already offered.
And all deals are still done with the owner at the lowest prices possible.
New building, same best prices, and more auto services. Go to MrAutomotiveSales.com or stop by the dealership, 21 South Main, Huntington. Mr. Automotive, the best for less.
I'm Will Hinckley, number 66. I'm Cole Hinckley, number 72, and you're listening to 95.3 The Peak, where the Dinos play.
Welcome back. Carbon Dino Football, 95.3 The Peak, where the Dinos play. Team captains are at the 50-yard line doing the coin toss right now. We're just seconds away from kickoff tonight here at Grantsville High School. It's going to be a good one. First round of the 3A state playoffs. And we wait for results of the coin toss.
Let me tell you, Sonny, that is a long run from sideline to up here. They have me sweating, but Coach Milovich had a lot of good insight. I like how he refers to Tager Timothy having a major chance to make some noise tonight. You see him typically running the ball on outside sweeps and is the primary pass catcher for the Dinos.
Grantsville's won the toss. They have deferred. The Dinos will get the ball first.
And both Coach Milovich and Millward out there. Second-year head coach in Millward making some noise already in G-Town. Coach Milovich looking to establish a program at Carbon High School. It's been a tumultuous run for these seniors, Sonny. This is their third head coach in as many years, but Coach Milovich, from my understanding, talking to him, is going to kind of provide that stability that Carbon hasn't really felt in a while, being able to have a second-year head coach. That's going to be very beneficial as this team is filled with underclassmen who can do a lot on the field.
So the Grantsville Cowboys win the toss. They defer. The Dinos will get the ball. They will go left to right on your radio dial. We are ready for the start of the first round of the 3A state playoffs. I'm excited. It's the Dinos. It's Grantsville. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. You have been listening to the Landon's Diesel Service pregame show. We're not ready now, Aiden. The Dinos need to do what at the beginning of this game?
You got to establish yourself at the line of scrimmage, Sonny. Those big five up front need to assert their will over the defensive line of Grantsville. Again, running that 3-3 front. Going to be easier to try and secure down blocks, but what's going to be crucial for them is trying to get to that second level, getting up there, blocking linebackers, getting in to hit safeties, cornerbacks, whoever may be standing in your way. You need to clear that path for your running back. And this is a great chance to set the tone for the game, Sonny, on the opening kickoff. Get out there, hit someone, hit them hard.
Back to receive the kick for the Carbon Dinos. Timothy Crespin. Timothy on the right, Crispin on the left. We're ready for the start of tonight's game.
And if Grantsville's watched any film, Sonny, they're going to know they do not want to kick anywhere near Tager Timothy. He is liable to burst away once the ball hits his hands.
Cash Hammond will kick the ball away for Grantsville. And we are ready. Getting this game off has been a little bit slow.
That it has. I mean, you have Ring of Honor introductions. You have the ceremonial, more pomp and circumstance for the playoff coin flip. But nonetheless, Sonny, here we are, and still an hour before our normal kickoff time. Yeah. So the sun shining a little bit brighter, things a little bit warmer up here in the Sutherland's broadcast booth. And we are getting ready for some high school football action.
And we are ready to go. Hammond will kick the ball away on the near hash mark. It's a line drive kick. It carries out of bounds, and the Dinos will get good field position to start this game, kicking it out of bounds. So the penalty flag comes out, and that will start the game for the Carbon Dinos on the 35-yard line, and here we go.
And we saw that a few times last week, Sonny, with the Dinos being able to successfully read when those kicks were bouncing out of bounds, set themselves up with good field position pretty consistently against the Cedar Reds. Now looking to make a similar advantage against the Grantsville Cowboys as they march that ball up. Going to be starting at the 35-yard line. Right along that right hash mark, too. The Dinos come out in full force. Rigby ready to go under center.
Here we go. First down and 10. Shotgun formation. Rigby hands the ball up the middle. Some running room across the 35 to the 37, pushing that pile to the 38-yard line for the Carbon Dinos, and a nice pickup of about 4 on the play. It'll be second down. The ball carrier was Crespin. So a nice pickup for the Dinos to start the game.
And it's good to see Crespin back on the field. He's been typically taking snaps in the wide receiver slot, so moving him into that more back position. Coach Milovich trying everything he can to get this offense moving, and a great push up front for the Dinos to kick us off. That's something throughout the season that if they've been able to move the ball forward on that first down, good things have typically followed.
Give them a gain of 3 on the play. 2nd and 7 for the Dinos. The near hash mark. The ball sits. They go left to right. Handoff hit immediately. And the backfield back at the 23-yard line. Porter Davis coming from that middle linebacker position to make the stop and a loss on the play for the Dinos of about 5. We're going to call it third down and a long 11 for the Dinos.
And Sonny, we talked about him pregame, 7 tackles for loss in the regular season, getting things started off right with snap number 2 defensively, getting his first of the postseason, 8th total on the season. He is scary when he gets a head of steam behind him.
Shotgun formation for the Dinos. Crespin comes in motion towards us on the near side, 2 to each side now. Rigby wants to throw, rolls right, throws, hit as he throws, out of bounds, incomplete, 4th down. Nice pass rush that time by Grantsville, coming in to put pressure, Jake Rounds, and it will be 4th down, and we'll call it 11 for the Dinos. The punting team comes on.
And that's what they do so well in this 3-3 defense, Sonny. It allows them to put a lot more outside pressure, a few stunt blitzes going alongside them as well. The secondary can really pick and choose where they want to go, and right now they're really loading up on the line. They want to block this punt.
Sandoval comes in to punt the ball away for the Dinos. Jordan Fawson, the senior, back to receive the kick, stands on the 30-yard line. It's a line drive kick, fielded at the 35. Fawson to the 40, across the 45, and that's where he'll be brought down, 1st and 10. Nice tackle by Crespin to make the stop for the Dinos. 1st down for Grantsville on their own 45, and they will have their first offensive possession of the game.
And it's been excellent coverage all year from Crespin. He's a key defender. He reads the ball so well on special teams and on the defensive side. He is an excellent corner, and we're about to see some of that on this as he lines up mano-a-mano along the left side of the field, the far sideline next to the Dinos.
Van Fleet with the little screen pass out to the left side. Ball caught across the 45 to the 50 to the 48-yard line goes Fawson. And a pickup of about 6 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 4 for Grantsville. We'll call it 7.
And
call it 2nd down and 3.
And not only good blocking on the exterior by the Cowboys, but an excellent job by Fawson, faking left and cutting right, going through his cutback lane, able to pick up about 4 additional yards on that rush.
Van Fleet, the quarterback. Shotgun formation. Fawson goes in motion to the right side, handoff up the middle, fakes the handoff, throw out in the flat, incomplete. There was a fake handoff up the middle, throw to the tight end, falls to the ground, incomplete, 3rd down and 3. That was a good fake, though.
It was. Searching for Ty Home on that little inside slant route, unable to find him. They connect with his hands with the ball, just unable to get into there. That's one of those cold weather things, Sonny. When the weather gets this cold, that ball starts feeling like a boulder when it hits you in the hands, and it stings.
Van Fleet in the shotgun once again. 3rd down, 3 for Grantsville. Handoff. Fake. Fumble. Picked up by the Dinos. 40, 35, 30. Maurer to the 20. 15 and knocked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. The Dinos get the turnover, and they take advantage of it. They are in the red zone. It will be Carbon football. They mark it on the 12. Turnover number 1 of the game, and it goes to Grantsville.
Excellent play recognition by Maurer, knocking the ball out and quickly picking it up and sprinting into the red zone. But, Sonny, if you had one gripe on that play, it was that he was looking back as he was running. That's something that most coaches are going to kind of chew you out for along the sideline, especially having a parent on that sideline. Definitely going to be a little bit of a talking to, but an excellent read by Maurer on the rush and sets the Dinos up with their second offensive opportunity, this time within the 20-yard line.
1st down, 10 yards to go. Ball sits on the 12. Shotgun for Rigby. Pitches outside to Crespin. Tries to go around the left side. Hit behind the line. Loss of 1. 2nd down and 12 for the Carbon Dinos in the red zone, trying to get points on the board first here tonight in Grantsville.
And you have the leg of Timothy to turn to right now as well. As nice as a touchdown would be, we know Tager is pretty money from inside this range. He has a good chance. You just want to get it. If you're unable to advance the ball forward, you want to get it closer to that middle, an area where Tager has really exceeded when it comes to kicking.
Far hash mark. 3 receivers to the near side. They go left to right on the dial. Now Crespin goes in motion up to the right side as well. Throw out to Timothy. Screen pass gets out to the 10-yard line and then brought down there. He got maybe 3 of it back. It'll be 3rd down for the Dinos. Coming up to make the stop is Owen Sweet. But not before the Dinos pick up a little bit. It's going to be 3rd down. We'll call it 8 for the Carbon Dinos. Ball sitting on the 16-yard line.
Now, right now, if you are...
11-yard line.
And right now, if you are Carbon, you're just not wanting to turn the ball over in this position. You don't want to get brought back too far, but you're okay with taking a little bit of a loss if you're unable to advance it forward. But the last thing you want to do is give Grantsville back, especially when you have an opportunity to tack at least 3 on the board.
Trips go to the left side now. They move. 2 to the one side, 1 to the right side. There's a snap. Rigby throws out in the flat, incomplete. Intended for Timothy. That ball hung for a second, and I thought that Mortensen had a chance to pick that ball off, but it just sailed right over his head. 4th down. Dinos will try a field goal.
Yeah, Mortensen instead embracing the contact instead of trying to come away with the pick. Going out to attempt this kick, Sonny. Going to be a big moment for Taker Timothy. If the Dinos can strike first, that puts them in a very advantageous position, especially if Grantsville is going to continue to try and turn the ball over like they did on drive number 1.
Ball will be set down the 18-yard line, 28-yard field goal attempt. Rigby will hold. There's the snap. The kick is up. The kick is good. Timothy with the 28-yard field goal, and the Dinos are on the scoreboard first. We've played 8-11 here in the first quarter, and it's the Carbon Dinos 3 and the Grantsville Cowboys nothing when we come back.
Imagine a smooth, hassle-free journey to the front door of your new home with the Driggs Mortgage Team guiding you every step of the way. Hi, this is Greg Driggs. Our seasoned experts understand the ins and outs of home financing and refinancing. Come visit us at our new permanent address, 8 East Main in Price, where we plan to be a staple for years to come. Start your journey today. Call 801-427-3577. The Driggs Mortgage Team, NMLS number 272076, Equal Housing Opportunity. Driggs Mortgage Team is a DBA of Premier Mortgage Resources, LLC, NMLS 1169.
Carbon High School football on KRPX 95.3 The Peak.
Welcome back. Dinos get a turnover. They get points on the board after the turnover with the 28-yard field goal by Timothy. And the Dinos lead 3-0. They'll kick the ball away.
And a great turnover forced by Maurer for the Dinos, sets up the field goal by Timothy to give them the early 3-0 advantage.
Kick is fielded at the 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Running room to the 50. Gets out around the corner to the 43-yard line of the Dinos, and Crespin makes a great saving tackle. Nice kick return by Grantsville. That was Mondragon with the return. That's a good return.
And Crespin does a good job, though, as he has all season, in making those touchdown-saving tackles at the last possible minute. This time, kind of sliding on his knees before grabbing the legs of Mondragon, bringing him down. But an excellent return comes for the Carbon Dinos the Grantsville Cowboys, as they advance into Dino territory.
So it's 1st down and 10 for Grantsville. The ball sitting on the Dino 43. If you're just joining us, 8:02 left first quarter, first round state playoffs. Dinos lead 3-0. Shotgun formation for Van Fleet. Handoff up the middle, across the 40, 35 to the 33-yard line. It's going to be close to a 1st down for the ball carrier, Murdoch.
And Murdoch, like
we're
we
going to
talked
give him
about,
9.
He has been a stellar running force throughout the season, and he's asserting his will there. They haven't reset the play clock yet. I doubt that there's only 2 seconds there.
So it's 2nd down and 1. Trips come to the near side, 1 receiver the far side, 1 running back stands next to Van Fleet. He looks to the left, throws to the left, down the sideline, single coverage, a push off at the 5-yard line, and we're not going to get a flag. It'll be caught down at the 2-yard line, but I seen the push off.
No, I don't like that call at all.
No.
I don't like the no call one bit. He definitely pushes off of Sorensen as he goes back, and it's clear as day. It's like Michael Jordan pushing off in Game 7 of the NBA Finals against the Utah Jazz. That's the kind of level of vitriol I kind of have for that play right now. It was an obvious offensive pass interference. No whistle by the ref, no flag thrown. That play should not have counted.
1st down and goal at the 2-yard line for Grantsville off the big play. Under center. Handoff comes to the left side, in for the touchdown. So Grantsville answers back quickly. It's Murdoch with the run from 2 yards out, and just like that, it's 6-3.
No, I really don't. Not to dwell on the pass or anything, but I really don't like that no call. That was an obvious offensive pass interference. The official standing right there doesn't call the push-off, and instead Grantsville is rewarded with 6. That's a swing in this game.
Yeah. Extra point attempt for Grantsville.
Brent Knickerbocker, the kicker.
Knickerbocker, there's the kick. It's up. The kick is right through the uprights. And with 7:07 left to play in the first quarter, it's Grantsville 7 and the Carbon Dinos 3. We come back.
At Oliver Law, we specialize in criminal defense and DUI. Everyone needs to know their rights. Let us guide you through the criminal justice minefield. At Oliver Law, we still believe in innocent until proven guilty.
I'm Will Hinckley, number 66. I'm Cole Hinckley, number 72, and you're listening to 95.3 The Peak, where the Dinos play.
So it's a 7-3 game, and the Dinos scored first off the turnover with the field goal, but Grantsville wastes no time to answer back to take the 7-3 lead with 7:07 left to play. The Dinos will get the football. There's the kick. High kick. Timothy fills it at the 3. He's at the 5, 10, 15. Has some running room across the 25 and gets to the 27-yard line. He had one man to beat, and he had some green grass ahead of him, Aiden. But a nice saving tackle there, and the Dinos will start 1st and 10.
Now that defender's lucky he was able to bring Timothy down because he was a man running with purpose. Still gets the Dinos out to about the 27-yard line, but could have been so much more. That defender lays his body on the line to stop the freight train of Timothy, and ultimately it's a good move for the Cowboys.
Dinos go left to right. Shotgun formation for Rigby. Getting stacked on the far side. Whistle before the snap.
Going to be procedure against the Dinos. Oh, no, they're going to call it against the Cowboys. Sets the Dinos up with a much easier 1st and 5 situation. No,
he pointed the wrong way.
Well, now I'm just confused.
Yeah,
he pointed the wrong way.
Pointed the wrong way. That's a penalty on the Dinos. 5 yards, so 1st and 15, and Aiden, we talk about it all the time for the Dinos. Can't make those kind of penalties. Now they're starting behind the chains. You got a 1st and 15, and it just throws you all out of whack.
Especially when you're trying to march downfield. You can't afford a penalty like that.
Handoff. No gain on the play. Loss actually of 2. Ball went to Crispin. He's knocked back by several Cowboy defenders, so it's going to be 2nd down, and we'll call it, 16?
And the Cowboys do a good job stampeding around any offensive player and building a wall of sorts, trying to limit any forward progress, often resulting in offensive players being driven back, as Crespin was on that play.
2nd down, 16 yards to go for the Dinos. Shotgun formation for Rigby. 2 receivers near side. Man in motion goes to the far side. That would be Crespin. And it's going to be a 5-yard penalty on the Dinos as a false start. So move it back 5 more yards for the Dinos. That's 2 5-yard penalties at the line of scrimmage for the Dinos. Now they have a 2nd and 21.
No, from bad to worse, Sonny. The Dinos just can't get out of their own way this possession. 2 procedure penalties and 1 play going backwards. The Dinos face a monumental 2nd and 21. That's not a down and distance you want to be seeing.
Ball sits far, hash mark. Dinos go left to right. 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side, 2 running backs for Rigby. He fakes to the running back, rolls to his right, wants to throw, has nowhere to go. Dropped back at the 10-yard line. Another loss for the Dinos. It's going to be 3rd and long. But a nice defensive play that time by the Cowboys to get the Dinos for a big loss. Making that stop is Aiden Brown.
Now, as a left tackle, Sonny, you can't be allowing any backside pressure like that. Even though they are running a 3-3 and they're running pretty consistent linebacker blitzes, you have to communicate with your teammates. You've got to be calling push, push, push. Point out where that defender's coming from. Signal to your teammates, hey, they're coming from the left side. We need to try and pick up that blitz, or else he's going to come off the edge like he did, unblocked, and bring you down for an even greater loss.
3rd and 27 for the Dinos. Shotgun. Rigby wants to throw. Screen pass knocked away and then caught by Crespin in the air. He gets back to the line of scrimmage off the deflected pass, and it will be 4th down. The Dinos will bring the punting team on to punt away with 5:04 and running left to play 1st quarter. Grantsville up 7-3.
The screen pass snipped out immediately by the Cowboys, Sonny. They were just unable to really fool them with that, and that's normally the Dinos' bread and butter in these deep down situations.
Sandoval will punt the ball away. Standing back on the 45-yard line. Fossen for Grantsville. It's a short kick. He comes up, fills it at the Carbon 40. 35, 30, down the sidelines, 25. Cuts back inside and then brought down at the 17-yard line. Nice tackle by the Dinos, But great field position in the red zone for Grantsville as they will start on the Dino 17-yard line.
And that was a great return for the Cowboys. They just continue to march downfield, and they've just been hard to stop in the special teams game, Sonny. That's where they've made some major plays. Good punt returns coming down, good kick returns to start off their last drive. Each time they've started, with the exception of their first drive, they've been in Dino territory.
So it's 1st and 10 for Grantsville. Shotgun formation. 2 receivers both sides. Here's a little reverse. It goes to Fossen. Fossen tries to get around the corner. He gets around Timothy. 10, 5, fights his way down to the 3-yard line, then knocked out of bounds. So a nice gain on the play. It'll be enough for a first down. 1st and goal for Grantsville.
And Van Fleet does a good job of using his body. As a quarterback, you're not typically used to blocking on a play like that. Instead, he puts his arm up like he's setting a screen in basketball, plants his feet, lets the defender run into him, try and run around him, slows him down just enough to buy the corner for his teammate. And now, knocking on heaven's door yet again are the Cowboys.
6'2", 200-pound quarterback.
That's a scary sight.
There's the snap. Handoff up the middle. Touchdown. From 4 yards out for Grantsville.
Murdoch punching his way through on that one. And so he's been having an excellent day in the short game. When they need him to, he can plow through a wall of Dino defenders and into the end zone. Van Fleet in the backfield along with Ty Home really selling the fake, throws the pitch up in the air, trying to catch the Dinos off kilter even more, but no need to, as Murdoch able to punch it in.
Knickerbocker in for the extra point. The snap, the hold, the kick. It's good. 3:51 left to play first quarter. Grantsville 14, Carbon Dinos 3 when we come back.
In the heart of Carbon and Emery counties, Quick Realty is here to help you make the right move. Experience the future of home buying with our Matterport 3D tours, giving you an immersive look at your potential home from anywhere. Meet our dedicated team of local professionals, just real people who care, walking you through every step of the way. As a Zillow Premier and Realtor.com specialist, Quick Realty is your trusted expert, handling everything from residential, commercial, and mountain properties to property management. Your dream home is just a call away. Let Quick Realty help you find it.
You're listening to Carbon Dino Football on the Peak, KRPX 95.3 FM.
Welcome back to Carbon Dino Football 95.3 The Peak. This is where the Dinos play. 14-3 Cowboys with the lead. 3:51 left first quarter. There's a deep kick. It will carry into the end zone. The Dinos will start on the 20-yard line. Nice kick. Touchback, Dino football. Now, on that last possession for Grantsville, the play action and the fakes, sometimes in the game of football, you have to be a good actor.
You do.
They did a good job on selling those plays.
No, it's 90% athlete, 10% drama student. They do an excellent job in selling those fakes. Oftentimes, they have me guessing where that ball's going, but by the time I finally locate it, they're about 5 yards upfield. They do that oh so well. The play action and the fake handoffs, that's been their bread and butter throughout the season, and you can see that they've practiced it to near perfection.
Rigby wants to throw in the pocket. Little screen pass out to the right side, incomplete. There was a hand on Timothy, but that won't draw a flag. The pass was behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 10 for the Dinos.
And you got to respect Rigby in this situation. Only a sophomore, didn't make his varsity start until about 2 weeks left in the regular season, and he has stepped up in a major way as an underclassman, helping accommodate for injuries. That's a good sign for the future. You come back next year, you have 3 very good candidates for quarterback. Rigby well in the running as well.
Shotgun formation, full backfield. Throws out in the flat, almost intercepted, and then falls to the ground incomplete. Coming up with that interception almost was Mondragon once again, but falls to the ground incomplete, and a 3rd and 10 for the Dinos.
Yeah, flies through the hands of Mondragon, but also falls through the arms of Grayson Warren sitting in the secondary. 2 chances at the interception for the Cowboys, just unable to come up with either of them. A lucky break for Carbon.
3rd down, 10 yards to go for the Dinos. Play clock says 15. Dinos still in the huddle. Down to 10. They break the huddle and come to the line of scrimmage.
They're going to need to snap this one fast as that play clock ticks to 5.
Rigby in the shotgun once again. 2 receivers far side. They get it off. Give it to Maurer. Maurer with the little reverse to Timothy, and he's stopped back at the 10-yard line. A loss on the play of about, well, they're going to mark him on the 11 forward progress. So it's going to be 4th and long for the Dinos, and Sandoval comes on to punt the ball away.
And you got to give a lot of credit to Sandoval. He hasn't necessarily been punting from the easiest of positions. They've backed him up into his end zone, where if a snap were to fly over his head, it would either result in a touchdown if it gets to the ground fast enough, or a safety. He's under a lot of pressure on these, but he has delivered each time.
Boston stands on the 45-yard line. There's the kick. Bounces on the 40. Boston catches it on the run. 30, 25, has an opening. 20, gets to the corner. 15, 10, 5. He'll score. Touchdown. 40-yard punt return for Fossen. And just like that 3-0 lead, it's now 20-3 in favor of the Cowboys.
Yeah, Fossen has been spectacular in the special teams game all evening, Sonny, setting up beautiful kick returns, beautiful punt returns, grabbing that one on the run. Always a risky move, but he makes full advantage of it as he's able to weave and wind, going right, cutting left, moving forward, and getting into the end zone. An exciting run from Fossen to make it 20-3 here at Grantsville.
20-3. Brent Knickerbocker to attempt the extra point. The snap, it's a low kick, but it carries through the uprights, and it's a 21-3 lead for Grantsville. When we come back, the Dinos get the ball back. 2:55 left to play in the first quarter.
Having a great local pharmacy that you can rely on is important. At Price Family Pharmacy, transferring your prescriptions is simple and hassle-free. Just call us at 637-3737 and we'll take care of the rest. Need your medication delivered right to your door? We offer free delivery to make your life even easier. Managing multiple medications? Ask about our convenient med packing services to keep you organized and on track. Visit Price Family Pharmacy and experience a team that genuinely cares. Feel better about your pharmacy. Choose Price Family Pharmacy today.
Carbon High School football on KRPX 95.3 The Peak.
Welcome back. Timothy Crespin back to receive the kick for the Carbon Dinos. 2:55 left first quarter. Dinos scored first after a turnover, but since then, that kind of woke Grantsville up, and they now have a 21-3 lead.
That was a booming kick by Cash Hammond, only a sophomore. That one soared through the air. I thought that was going to fly onto the freeway, Sonny. He booted that with some authority, and as a result, the Dinos going to be set up at the 20-yard line as a result of the touchback. Need to find something. The pass game necessarily hasn't been the thing they've wanted to turn to. They tried it last go-around, nearly resulted in an interception, forced the punt. I want to see him try and return to that ground game, try and find some vulnerabilities in this 3-3, but Grantsville makes it hard as they bring several to the box.
First down, 10 for the Dinos. Ball sits on the 20. Crespin goes in motion to the far side. Rigby wants to throw, rolls right. Under pressure, goes down back at the 11-yard line. He does not have time to look downfield to even make an attempt to throw the ball. That's a great pass rush by the Cowboys.
No, it's been relentless, Sonny. That time coming in through about the 2-hole on the offensive line, able to sneak through between that center and guard. Untouched, he rushes, and into the backfield he goes for another takedown of the Dinos. This is the Grantsville that has made their name in 3A high school football throughout Utah. They play a hard-nosed style of defense.
Second down for the Dinos, 19. Shotgun once again for Rigby. Long snap count. Pitch goes to the left side, the far side. It's Crespin. Does he get to the corner? He can't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Grantsville defenders in on the stop. He got back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard on the play. Third and long for the Dinos.
Now, as a back, as you're trying to navigate to that outside, you got to realize at some point they're just going to keep forcing you out until you eventually go out of bounds. You need to, at some point, make up your mind that you're going to try and find a cutback lane because they are available on those outside zones, especially if you keep going left and right long enough.
Moritzen, one of them on the stop for the Cowboys. Minute 30 left to play. Far hash mark. Dinos with the football going left to the right. 2 receivers coming to the near side, 2 to the far side. 1 running back stands next to Rigby. Rigby wants to throw. Throws to the right side, incomplete, overthrew his intended receiver. Here out in the flat, it's going to be 4th down. Ball was intended for Holm, overthrew him. 4th down for the Dinos. Here comes Sandoval back out.
And Holm has been a spectacular receiver in the younger class for the Dinos throughout the season. He has had moments where he has looked 2 years his senior, playing as only a sophomore on the field. He's a player who I'm intrigued to watch his development over the next few seasons with the Dinos. Could provide a lot of fireworks down the line.
Hodgson and Fossen back to receive the punt. There's the kick. Fossen will field it on the run again. 35. He's got running room again to the corner, across the 25, down to the 20, and then he's brought down. Nice tackle by the Dinos. 1st down and 10 for Grantsville, and they'll start on the 20-yard line.
And a great play recovering on that one for the Dinos, doing an excellent job keeping things in check. A lot of players on this field, Sonny, getting their opportunity at the varsity level in the playoff game, and that's always hard to see. It's just a tough challenge to step up as an underclassman in such a major game with big implications on the line.
1st down and 10 for Grantsville. The ball sitting on the 20. Shotgun formation, 3 receivers far side. There's the snap. Throw out in the flat, caught at the 10, 5, diving into the end zone, touchdown. Jordan Fossen flips into the end zone, and it's the touchdown from 21 yards out, and it is 27-3.
And Fossen just putting on a show in all facets of the game. He's been excellent on special teams, just all around. He's been near impossible to stop for the Dinos, as he scores another. 27-3 sets the score. 55 seconds left in quarter number 1. Just a great showing by Grantsville. They're showing why they are the number 5 team in the state.
So nice pass by Van Fleet. Brent Knickerbocker on to attempt the extra point for Grantsville. 55 seconds left, as you said, Aiden, in the first quarter. 27-3, kick is up, kick is good. 28-3 the score with under a minute left first quarter when we come back.
Transform your space with Spectrum Paint featuring PPG paint, the ideal choice for any home project. Imagine a kaleidoscope of colors at your fingertips, from soothing pastels to vibrant primaries. Whether revamping a room or adding character to your exteriors, Spectrum Paint makes every brush stroke count. Dive into a spectrum where quality meets creativity and paint your world with us. Visit Spectrum Paint to find the perfect shade for your home today.
I'm Will Hinckley, number 66. I'm Cole Hinckley, number 72, and you're listening to 95.3 The Peak, where the Dinos play.
Welcome back, Carbon Dino football. Timothy and Crespin back to receive the kick for the Dinos. 28-3 Cowboys with the lead. Kick sails to the 1-yard line. Here comes Timothy to the 10. Takes it outside of the 15, brought down there. The Dinos will start 1st and 10 on the 15-yard line.
And that's a rare
get something going.
That's a rare moment where Timothy might have been better off letting that ball bounce into the back of the end zone, catching it at the 1. But he has had a track record, Sonny, of making some very impressive kick returns. And, you know, every time he has the ball, he's liable to break away. So I don't blame him for taking it. The Swiss Army knife, as Coach Milovich calls him, he shows it in plays in the in the special teams unit.
Yeah, you got to try to make a play here. So 1st down and 10 for the Dinos. Ball sitting on the 14-yard line, shotgun formation. Rigby hands the ball off up the middle. Crespin finds a little bit of running room across the 15, fights his way to the 17-yard line. Shotgun once again. Man in motion, comes to the near side. Quick pitch goes to Timothy around the left side. Finds a little bit of running room, gets across the 20. Make it 3rd down and 5 for the Dinos, as that'll be the last play of the first quarter. We have played 1 here at Grantsville High School. It's Grantsville 28 and the Carbon Dinos 3 when we come back.
Plumbing issues don't happen every day, but when they do, it's good to know that there's a plumber you can trust right here in the Castle Country. The Swell Plumber has over 30 years of experience and has proven that he's reliable. Here's what some customers have said about the Swell Plumber.
Kurt was amazing. He came out to the house the same day and got quotes to us very quickly.
Kurt kept in touch with us with updates as things progressed. I was definitely pleased.
For residential and commercial plumbing, go to theswellplumber.com and book your appointment today.
Picture this. A sudden burst pipe, flames engulfing your kitchen. Disaster strikes when you least expect it. But fear not, because Restore Wizard of Price is here to save the day. Their team of restoration experts is ready to tackle any fire or flood emergency from start to finish. They're not just here to fix the damage, they're here to restore your peace of mind. Don't let disaster catch you off guard. Call Restore Wizard of Price, 637-9165. Restore Wizard, the magic of a fresh start.
Carbon High School football on KRPX 95.3 The Peak.
Welcome back. Carbon Dino football, 95.3 The Peak, where the Dinos play. Third down, we'll call it 4 for the Carbon Dinos. Ball sits on the 20. They scored first. They got a turnover, ran the ball down in the red zone, kicked a field goal. Make it 3-0, but since then, it's been all Grantsville, 28-3, shotgun formation. Crespin comes near us, the man in motion. Stops in the slot, and there is a whistle and a flag. And the Dinos had a third and manageable. Now it's going to be 3rd and 9. 5-yard penalty against the Dinos. That's number 3.
And yet again, happening in a situation where they really can't afford it, as chance if you can't do that rain down from the student section. And they're right, you can't. And the Dinos are penalized with 5 yards because of it. 3rd and manageable to 3rd and 9. Like you said, the Dinos just can't get out of their own way, Sonny. And that's been the story of the contest tonight. Every time they have a chance to do something good, they just come back and they kind of bite themselves in their own behind.
28-3. Shotgun formation for Rigby. Full house backfield. 2 receivers go to the far side. There's the snap. Rigby wants to throw. Throws down the right sidelines to Sorensen. It's intercepted at the 35, to the 30, back across the 25, 20, 15, 10, diving into the end zone, touchdown. I shouldn't say dive. He made a move. I thought he was going to dive, but he made a move, and it, once again, is Boston with a 35-yard interception return for touchdown.
And, Sonny, that's a hat trick for Fawson. He scored defensively, special teams, and offensively. He has been a nightmare. I'm going to be seeing him in my nightmares tonight, Sonny. He is just an athletic freak. He's making plays wherever he needs to be. Ball a little underthrown on that, trying to hunt downfield for Sorensen, unable to find him. Fawson snatches it out of the air and able to take it 35 yards to the house.
34-3, extra point. Snap, the kick. It's up, and it is good. 11:45 left to play first half. It's Grantsville 35 and the Carbon Dinos 3 when we come back.
The time is now to join the JN Auto Experience. Browse quality used cars, trucks, and SUVs at our price or Huntington lots. JN Auto can even help you get financing. Get fast, expert mechanic service to keep your vehicle running smoothly. Treat your car to a spotless wash or make it shine with professional detailing. Even rent a car. All in one convenient stop. JN Auto. Driven forward.
You're listening to Carbon Dino Football on The Peak, KRPX 95.3 FM.
Welcome back. Dinos will get the football. 35-3 the score. Dinos will receive the kick. $11:45 left to play here in the second quarter. Crespin to the near side. Timothy to the far side. They're the deeps for the Carbon Dinos.
We got some final scores from around the state, Sonny. North St. Pete defeating Union 32-14. North St. Pete moving on to the next round.
Hammond with the kick. Bounces to the short man, gets past him. Crispin will pick it up at the 10. 15, turns it inside to the 20 and brought down there. Dinos will start 1st and 10 on the 20-yard line.
And they're calling a blindside block on that play, Sonny. Another call which I really disagree with. That was a good, clean heads-up block by the Dinos. Nothing really blindside about it, but the officials say otherwise, and the Dinos will be moving backwards on that one. Looking at some other scores from around the state. Right now, Ogden up 14-10 over Canyonview. The Tigers with a roaring comeback, no pun intended, in the third quarter to take the lead over the Falcons. Richfield up 28-7 over Logan, and Juab currently leading Ben Lomond 30-0.
That's some scores from around the state. First round of the playoffs here. 11:38 left to play first half. Grantsville up 35-3. Dinos with the football 1st and 10 after the penalty way back between the 6 and 7 yard lines where the Dinos will start.
Yeah, it's not ideal starting position for Carbon in the slightest, but kind of par for the course from what we've been seeing tonight. Grantsville's done an excellent job driving them back and putting them in this position pretty regularly.
Shotgun formation, 1st down. Handoff goes to Crespin up the middle. It gets across the 5 to the 6. Pickup of about 2 on the play on 2nd down.
Forward progress still.
Oh, no, they're going to mark him back. Going to mark him back about the 6-yard line, so it's going to be a loss of a yard, make it 2nd and 11.
Well, I take back my comment. Forward progress is not forward progress, it is backwards progress. Dinos face a 2nd and 11 now, deep in their own territory, towing the end zone. A potential safety in play for Grantsville if they can get a big enough push.
Once again, shotgun for Rigby. Handoff up the middle, nowhere to go. Just a host of Cowboy defenders. No gain on the play. 3rd down for the Dinos. The ball carrier was Sandoval.
And a position which they found themselves in all too many times this game, Sonny. 3rd and deep back behind the sticks. They need to try and find a miracle on these plays. And last time they hunted for it and it resulted in a pick 6 for the Cowboys to give them that 35-3 lead as that play clock ticks down, as too does the game clock. 10:20 left in quarter number 2.
10-18 and running. Shotgun formation. Rigby wants to throw out of his end zone. Throws over the right side of the hash mark. Nobody there. Maurer is the closest receiver. Falls to the ground. Incomplete.
It looks like
Fourth down.
Looked like a miscommunication between Maurer and Rigby. Rigby kind of expecting Maurer to run more of a sharper slant on the route. That's why he threw it in that area he did. Maurer just unable to chase down the ball at that time, going a bit shallower when he took his initial pivot to the inside.
Sandoval will punt out of his own end zone. Grayson Warren back to receive the kick. Good kick by Sandoval. Bounces at the 40. Picked up right there by Warren. Warren gets past the first defender. 35. Tries to get to the outside. Can't do it. Crespin makes a great special team tackle. 1st and 10 for Grantsville. The ball will sit on the 35-yard line with 9:52 left to play in the first half. And Grantsville looking for more.
And that dreaded yellow piece of fabric on the field, Sonny. We're going to see who that calls about. Hopefully the Dinos can buy themselves a little bit of favor with the officials and have this one move backwards. But again, a good tackle by Crespin. He's been doing an excellent job all night navigating these special teams plays and bringing down the ball carrier. And some hearty discussion coming from the officials. They move the flag backwards. And they're going to be moving it forward.
Personal foul, face mask on the Dinos.
Naturally, as the ball moves 15 yards forward, not the face mask of the incidental variety. So, red zone start for the Cowboys.
15-yard penalty for the Dinos, who have been really good on penalties this year. They got 5 for 37 here in the first half. Shotgun formation for Grantsville. Ball sitting on the 20-yard line. Van Fleet, the quarterback. Wants to throw. Looks left. Throws into the end zone. Incomplete, overthrew his intended receiver. That ball was intended for Jackson Jensen. Just overthrew him. 2nd down.
And good coverage by Sorensen in the secondary, not allowing anything for Jensen. Jensen, one of the premier pass catchers for Grantsville, and that time unable to come up with anything.
Second down, 10. Clock stopped on the incomplete pass. 9:47 left to play first half. 35-3. Van Fleet, hands off, up the middle. Some running room across the 15, fighting down to the 13-yard line. The ball carrier, Murdoch. Pickup of 6, 3rd and 4.
A very manageable down and distance for the Cowboys. 3rd and 4, very favorable. They've been able to convert in these short yardage positions time and time again this contest, especially when it comes inside the red zone. The field doesn't really shrink for them when they get into this facet of the game.
2 receivers far side, 1 to the near side. 1 running back stands to the left side of Van Fleet. Van Fleet wants to throw. Right side, corner. He was bobbling it when he went out of bounds. They say touchdown.
That's another questionable call, Sonny, in a game that's been filled with them benefiting the Cowboys. But with a scoreboard like this, not really going to be to the detriment of anyone. 41-3 now sits the score pending the extra point. We got a score coming out of Juab up 44-0 over Ben Lomond. Teams have agreed to already start running the clock early at the start of the second quarter. 42-3 now sits the score. The Dinos trying all they can, but they're playing against a stacked offensive group in Grantsville.
The snap, the hold, the kick is blocked, and it's no good. So 9:04 left second quarter. It's 41-3 Grantsville when we come back.
Welcome to Emery and Carbon Animal Health, where Dr. Jensen and his staff greet you and your pet with caring smiles. Our exam rooms are clean and inviting. Our accredited doctors offer many procedures, including examinations, surgery, dentistry, and boarding. Schedule an appointment today. 2 locations to serve you. Emery and Carbon Animal Health. Animals big and small. We care for them all.
You're listening to Carbon Dino Football on the Peak, KRPX 95.3 FM.
Welcome back to Carbon Dino Football. 41-3 the score. Dinos will get it. Hammond will kick the ball away for Grantsville. It's a little squib kick. It will go out of bounds, I think. Yes, it finally does. As it just bounced down the sidelines, finally went out of bounds about the 15. Dinos will get it 1st and 10 on the 35-yard line.
And Sonny making that last catch in the corner of the end zone was Ty Home for the Cowboys. The junior connection as Van Vliet connects on yet another pass into the promised land. The Dinos getting favorable starting position, starting again on the 35-yard line due to that penalty, the ball rolling out of bounds. The most favorable field position Carbon has had so far this evening, barring their first drive where the same instance happened.
So it will be 1st and 10 for the Carbon Dinos. Ball sitting on the 35-yard line, 2 receivers to the near side. Ball sits hard on the far hash mark. Dinos go right to left. Shotgun formation. Crespin comes in motion, now comes to the left side as well. Handoff goes to Sandoval. Makes a nice little move at the line of scrimmage. Fights his way. Still on his feet across the 40. Nice little pickup of 5 on the play for the Dinos. 2nd down and 5 to go.
A good push by Carbon on that one, advancing the ball forward. I like the after initial contact scrum that got formed as Sandoval continued to keep his legs churning and advancing that ball forward. And he's rewarded with a nice pickup of about 5. The first play for positive yardage I can remember in the past.
Maurer goes to the far side. 2 receivers to the near side. One's Timothy. Crespin comes in motion now. He'll come to the near side, so trips to that side. Quick throw goes outside to Sorensen. He can't hold on to it. That was a incomplete pass, and it will be 3rd down.
And a good job by Sorensen trying to dive on it. But if the official is going to try and signal that it's a down pass, you might try and signal the players that that's what's happening as well before Sorensen has to take 2 or 3 helmets to the head.
3rd down, 5. For the Dinos. 8:20 left to play here in the first half. Shotgun formation, man in motion. Once again, Crespin goes to the right side, trips now there. Wants to throw, doesn't have time, goes down back at the 32-yard line. Coming in strong is Colt Thomas.
He was swallowed up. Holsonny Thomas unblocked off the edge, goes in and brings down Rigby for a loss. Going to force the punt team to come out for Carbon yet again. Ideally, they're going to try and stop them in Cowboy territory this time, not allow them to break again across that 50-yard line. But special teams has been an area of success as of late for Grantsville.
4th and 12. Sandoval with the kick. Nice kick. Bounces on the 40, rolls to the 35, picked up at the 40. Brought down by 5 Dino defenders. Nice special team coverage. And Grantsville will start 1st and 10 on the 40 with 7:32 left to play here in the first half.
That was stellar coverage by the Dinos
Yes.
on the special teams unit, able to get a gang tackle going. Trying to break out of it was Brock Hodgson, but he was unable to do it. Hodgson just unable to get anything going as the Dinos had one wrapped around his waist, several hitting him from above, and just unable to make any forward progress as a result.
7:32 left to play first half. Grantsville 41, the Carbon Dinos 3. Grantsville with the football. Ball sits on their own 40. Shotgun formation once again for Van Fleet. Handoff coming to the right side, going down back at the 35-yard line. Nice tackle by the Carbon Dinos.
Big J.J. Rudin flies into the backfield, brings him down for a loss. A great defensive play by Carbon to start off this Grantsville drive. 2nd and 15, go the Chains.
Loss of 5, as you said. 2nd down 15, Aiden, with 7:08 and running left to play first half.
And that's what J.J. does so well, Sonny. He's good at navigating these gaps, and if he can fly into the backfield, he's got the speed to bring down much smaller and much quicker players.
Shotgun formation once again. Van Fleet hands the ball off up the middle, across the 40. They got the 5 yards back. Crespin comes in to make the stop on the ball carrier Murdoch. It'll be 3rd down and 10.
And a great job by Crespin again, bringing him down in or near the line of scrimmage. A gain of 5 for Cowboy, but a daunting 3rd and 10. Unfamiliar territory coming for the Cowboys here.
And we have said Trace Crespin's name a lot tonight, haven't we?
That we have. He's one of those senior leaders that Coach Milovich talked about pregame.
Deep ball down the left sidelines, caught at the 25-yard line, down to the 20. And they're going to mark him on the 16-yard line. 1st down and 10. Coming up with that catch, it's Jensen. Move the chains and a 1st down.
Yeah, I can't even complain about that one, Sonny. That was just a really good catch on the part of Jensen. Tiptoeing the sideline, brings it in. He has Sorensen in his face. The fact he was able to bring it down without causing any offensive interference of any kind was really impressive. A great job by Jensen on that one. Got to give that young man credit. A spectacular athletic play.
Yeah, Sorensen was there on the play.
Yeah, no, not a typical deep pass where, you got burned on the route.
Right.
No, just a great catch.
Yep. 1st down, ball in the red zone. Handoff up the middle, across the 15 to the 14-yard line. The ball carrier, once again, is Murdoch. And it will be a 2nd down and probably about 5. They got half of it.
A trio.
Going to give him 4, so 2nd and 6.
A trio of Dinos flying into that backfield. Rudin leading the way for him. Just a great job defense on the defensive line by Carbon to bring him down. They held him to only a gain of 3 yards. Below average for what Grantsville's been getting on their rush attempts this game.
Shotgun formation once again for Dallin Van Fleet. Wants to throw. Into the end zone left side. Puts it up. Touchdown in the corner.
Jensen again snatching that out of the air. Van Vliet with a little sidearm sling as he goes into the promised land. Excuse me, making the catch on that one. That was Ty Home.
Yeah.
He excels in these red zone short yardage catches. I had one on their last possession and now able to come up with one in the corner of the opposite side of the end zone. His 2nd consecutive touchdown catch as they move the score 47-3. Grantsville creating a daunting advantage as we prepare to go into the halftime break with 5 minutes left to go in half number 1.
What was that, 10-yard pass?
A 10-yard pass.
Yep. Extra point Low and no good. 5:05 left to play first half. Grantsville 47, Carbon Dinos 3 when we come back.
It's fun! It's our favorite place.
Strike up family fun for everyone. Gateway Lanes. Families that play together stay together. And Gateway Lanes is your center for fun, snacks, and great food. So let Gateway Lanes do the cooking with open and league bowling year-round and Club Bowl Thursday night, 9 till 11:30, with unlimited bowling including shoes. Since 1989, Helper's Hometown Bowling Center, Gateway Lanes, South Main Street in historic Helper, and bowlhelper.com. Let's roll.
I'm Will Hinckley, number 66. I'm Cole Hinckley, number 72, and you're listening to 95.3 The Peak, where the Dinos play.
Welcome back, Carbon Dino Football 95.3 The Peak, where the Dinos play. Sonny Buscarini, Aiden Mortensen, Dave Hokinson on the camera tonight here at Grantsville High School for the first round of the state playoffs. And at halftime, we'll go and we'll look at some scores in the 3A classification and let you know what the playoff picture looks like.
And Dave has gotten us a beautiful picture tonight. He's killing it on that camera despite a bee flying around and kind of stinging him in the neck, but he's done an excellent job. It's the Dinos down 47-3, 2 PAT errors for the Cowboys. Halt this from being a 49-3 affair.
Ball goes into the end zone. It'll be Dino football on the 20, 1st and 10. 4:53 left to play in the first half.
And Sonny, Grantsville has just asserted their will in every facet of the game, and you got to give a lot of credit to Jordan Fossen. He has the hat trick for the Cowboys, scoring on not only offensively but defensively and on a punt return. So all three facets of the game, he has found a way to put points on the board for Grantsville, and that's a special kind of player.
Grantsville put the ball on the ground. Maurer picked it up, ran it down inside the red zone, and the Dinos settled for a field goal. They led 3-0, and since then, been all Grantsville. Handoff goes to Sandoval. He's got running room across the 30, 35 to the 38-yard line. First down for the Dinos.
And the flag comes flying from deep, Sonny, right into the scrum where Sandoval was brought down. I think it's got to involve the Cowboys. That they're marching a little bit backwards right now. I don't see how that could be against the Dinos, who Sandoval not at one point dropped his head. He played that completely legal until the whistle brought down to the ground, but the official comes out to deliver the verdict.
It's going to be a big one. It's going to be a 15-yarder.
Personal foul hit to the head against the Cowboys, and that sets Carbon up with a beautiful gain on top of what they already had of 15 yards. From the spot of the foul, breaking in to Grantsville territory for the first time since the fumble recovery. Things firing on full cylinders for the Dinos this go-around.
Ball sits on the 47, shotgun formation, the handoff. Goes to Sandoval, breaks a tackle in the backfield, gets to the corner, 45, 40, down to the 37-yard line, close to another first down. Is going to be just about a yard shy, but a nice run as he got to the corner. It'll be second down and short for the Dinos.
Is that Ricky Sandoval? Is that Barry Sanders down on the field, Sonny? He's met in the backfield, able to break away with a grown man move, sprints for 9 yards off the edge. What a play by Ricky Sandoval.
Yeah, that could be a 2nd and 13. Instead, it's a 2nd and 1.
Just a great job in the backfield, breaking away from the initial contact and going all the way in.
He'll come out of the ball game. Nice crowd here tonight at Grantsville. You know, it was outside here on top of the booth. It was nice when the sun was up, but since the sun has gone down, it's getting a little chilly.
Yeah, temperatures continue to drop here, sitting at 53 degrees here in Grantsville.
Dressman tries to get the first down. He's met at the line of scrimmage. It's going to be third down. Loss of maybe a yard on the play. We'll call it third down and 2 for the Dinos.
And I'm liking this running back by committee approach for the Dinos, Sonny. It gives you a lot of fresh legs entering into the field. Not one running back is going to get too tired. And you have a plethora of aggressive runners you can turn to. You have Maurer, you have Sandoval, you have Crespin. You have just a pack of them who are ready to go out on the attack instantly. As Rigby comes in with the play call, 3rd and 2 situation for the Dinos, trying to get that first down. You got to think, Sonny, it's 4-down territory from here on out.
Johnson comes in the backfield for the Dinos. He's the deep man. He'll get the pitch. Can he get to the outside? No, he's not going to make it. Nice play by the Grantsville Cowboys. Coming up to make that play, Porter Davis for the loss back to the original line of scrimmage, makes it 4th and 10 for the Dinos.
I don't understand the call trying to pitch it back on that play, Sonny, especially when Grantsville has been very effective in breaking through the line. I'd take my chances on an interior run, an area where you've had a lot of success, especially with an aggressive runner like Dawson Johnson. He's shifty enough that he can find his gap and break away for a punch, but instead of facing a 4th and 1, they now face a 4th and 11 as the punt unit comes out.
Sandoval will punt the ball away. He stands on his 40. Minute 40 left to play here in the first half, and a timeout called by the Dinos with a minute 39 left to play in the first half. It's Grantsville 47 and the Carbon Dinos 3 when we come back here on 95.3 The Peak, where the Dinos play.
Our home flooded when the refrigerator line broke. We felt helpless, didn't know what to do. Our neighbors told us to call On Call Restore. They really came through for us.
Serving all of southeastern Utah, they're fast and professional. 24/7 emergency services for water, fire, and mold. They even do emergency board-ups. And as a licensed insured general contractor, they do the remodeling as well. Call for a free quote, 650-1092.
Bringing you peace of mind during the worst of times. Call On Call, 650-1092.
We'll be on our way.
You're listening to Carbon Dino Football on The Peak, KRPX 95.3 FM.
The kick by the Dinos, Sandoval fielded back at the 10-yard line, 15-20, across the 25 of the 30, 1st and 10 for Grantsville. They would start on their own 30-yard line with a minute 24 left to play in the first half, and it's been all Grantsville since early in the first quarter.
And
they kind of took charge. We got another flag down, as you said, Aiden, but just a good football team we're watching.
No, this is. They definitely have shown why they are the number 5 team in the state, Sonny, and being in such a rural area as they are, it's not even one of those situations where you can complain, oh, they should be 4A. No, this is a pretty good, just a good-sized 3A school. I have nothing but respect for the Grantsville Cowboys. They play a very hard-nosed style of defense. Their offense is very varied, and I just like what I see from the Cowboys.
Personal foul, 15-yard penalty on Grantsville. That'll move the ball back 15 yards. 3 penalties for 35 yards today for Grantsville.
And the last 2 coming in almost consecutive plays.
Shotgun formation for Grantsville. Man in motion comes towards us. They got lots of changes on the field, and the handoff goes around the left side. Pickup of about 3 on the play. 2nd down. Drew Allred, the quarterback for Grantsville.
Yeah, lots of changes coming in, Sonny. They're starting to put in some of those 2nd and 3rd string players. Up 47-3 as time ticks away in half number 2. You don't blame them. You want to keep some of those players healthy as you look to advance in the postseason.
Wants to throw, throws out in the flat, missed his receiver. Had a man out here in the flat. It was Gavin Dong, but he could not come up with the ball, and it's going to be 3rd down.
And Dong just couldn't get his hands on it, and it falls to the ground harmlessly. Clock continues to run, Sonny, something I think the coaches probably agreed to during that last time out. But 47-3 as time reaches the final 10 seconds of half number 1 as we prepare to go into the Castle Valley Orthodontics halftime show. The Dinos need to find an answer. They've started off the game very well, especially on the defensive side of things.
Picture this. A sudden burst pipe, flames engulfing your kitchen. Disaster strikes when you least expect it. But fear not, because Restore Wizard of Price is here to save the day. Their team of restoration experts is ready to...
Time here at Grantsville High School. It's 47-3. Grantsville with the lead over the Carbon Dinos, as you said. Coming up next, the Castle Valley Orthodontics halftime show.
Hi, I'm Dr. Daniel Kelly, owner of Castle Valley Orthodontics. What's keeping you from having a perfect smile? We understand what you want from a local orthodontist, and here at Castle Valley Orthodontics, you'll be treated like family. Call Castle Valley Orthodontics at 637-2222 637-2222 for a free consultation.
Golfers, get ready for year-round fun at Swing and Swear. Step into the action with over 43,000 world-class courses to choose from. No passport required. Rain or shine, you can tee off indoors. Multiple bays, club rentals, tables, chairs, and concessions. It's the perfect spot to practice your game, celebrate with friends, or spend time with family. From the serious golfer to first-timers, everyone is welcome to join the fun. Swing and Swear, located just off Ridge Road. Call 299-6200 to schedule a tee time today.
Hi, I'm Mackenzie Smith. After 6 years as a nurse, I've learned that sometimes our bodies just need a little extra support. That's what IV therapy can do. It can help you bounce back quicker after an illness, recover faster after a workout, ease migraines, and even improve focus and energy. Think of it as giving your body a direct line to the hydration and nutrients it needs to feel its best. I'd love to help you find the right blend for your goals. Reach out to me on Facebook or Instagram at wellness.iv.utah.
Looking for the perfect mattress? We've got you covered. At Bill's Home Furnishings, we have the largest selection of mattresses in eastern Utah, including the highly rated Serta Perfect Sleeper. And when it comes to price, we're competitive with anywhere in the state. But we're more than just mattresses. From quality furniture and home accessories to reliable appliances, we've got everything you need to make your house a home. Stop by Bill's Home Furnishings today, where selection, savings, and service meet. Right here in eastern Utah.
At A Perfect Smile, they specialize in transforming your smile with precision and care. From porcelain veneers and dental implants to orthodontics, crowns, and bridges, their expertise covers every aspect of general and cosmetic dentistry. Dr. Jackson and his team are here to address even the most challenging dental concerns, helping you achieve a smile you'll love. Ready for a smile makeover? Call A Perfect Smile today, 637-2100, to schedule an appointment.
Looking for financial solutions? At Cache Valley Bank, they're here to help. Whether you need commercial loans, mortgages, or expert financial advising, they've got you covered. Visit them today on the corner of First West and Main Street. Cache Valley Bank, your partner in financial success.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC. When your comfort is on the line, trust the experts who care. At Air Temp Heating and Cooling, we've been dedicated to keeping Castle Country cozy since 1999. Our certified technicians are ready with 24/7 emergency service and the latest knowledge in heating and cooling technology. As a proud Bryant authorized dealer, we'll do whatever it takes to ensure your home or business stays comfortable year-round. Call Air Temp Heating and Cooling today at 637-4468.
Hi, I'm Dr. Daniel Kelly, owner of Castle Valley Orthodontics. What's keeping you from having a perfect smile? We understand what you want from a local orthodontist. And here at Castle Valley Orthodontics, you'll be treated like family. Call Castle Valley Orthodontics at 637-2222 for a free consultation.
Welcome to the Carbon Dinos Halftime Report, brought to you by Castle Valley Orthodontics. Call 637-2222 and schedule your free consultation for a smile that will last a lifetime.
Welcome back, Castle Valley Orthodontics Halftime Show. Carbon Dinos trailing Grantsville 47-3 here at the half in the first round of the state playoffs, Aiden. And the Dinos got off to a good start tonight. They had turnover picked up by Maurer as Grantsville put the ball on the ground. He got down inside the 20-yard line. Grantsville's defense held the Dinos out of the end zone, but Timothy kicks the field goal. And it was 3-0 Carbon.
Yeah, moves Timothy to 3-4 on the season in terms of field goals. He's got a golden leg, and only a junior, Sonny, the Swiss Army knife, returns to the field next season. So he's been a high point throughout the year for Carbon, and I'm excited to see his growth throughout the season. But that pickup by Maurer, sending him up into the red zone, was a spectacular play in and of itself. Grantsville really makes a name for themselves in the play action world. They do a lot of fakes. They fake the handoff, they fake the pass, and they sell it extremely extremely well, and that's what sets them out apart from other teams in the game who really sometimes struggle to get that cell going. This game is 90% athleticism, 10% being a drama student, and the acting can buy you a lot of good favor in both the eyes of the refs and your coaches. So Grantsville just does an excellent job executing offensively, defensively, special teams wise. They are struck in every facet of the game, just putting on a clinic tonight against the Dinos.
As we said, 3-0 Dinos on the Timothy field goal from 28 yards out. Then Murdoch with the 2-yard run with 7:07 left to play in the first quarter. 6-3. Knickerbocker with the extra point to make it 7-3. Then Murdoch with a 3-yard touchdown run with 3:51 left to play in the first quarter. Extra point once again good to make it 14-3. Fossen with a 40-yard punt return, and Knickerbocker's extra point good. That made it 21-3. And then Fossen with a 21-yard touchdown pass from Van Fleet with 55 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And just like that, it was 28-3.
Now, Jordan Fossen is a scary player, but he is a special player at the same time, Sonny. He's just so athletic, and he's able to see the field so well that he can make almost anything happen when the ball hits his hands, no matter where he is playing, offensively, defensively, returning a kick. He can strike from wherever he is. I'm going to be seeing him in my nightmares tonight because he is just a spectacular talent that Grantsville has, and he is one of those X factors that if he can get going throughout the postseason, Grantsville a real threat to try and steal away a postseason victory and come away with a state title.
So Fossen in the second quarter, as you said, 35-yard interception return for a touchdown. Knickerbocker's extra point was good, and it was 35-3. Then, with 9:04 left to play in the second quarter, Van Fleet's pass to Holm from 15 yards out. Extra point was blocked, and it was 41-3. And then a Holm touchdown catch from Van Fleet from 10 yards out. And the extra point, once again, was no good. And that's where we sit right now, 47-3, Grantsville with the lead.
Yeah, and Grantsville's just done a spectacular job in all facets of the game, Sonny. Really impressed with what they've been able to pull off. They've been showing why they are the number 5 team in the state, and it's players like Fossen, like Van Vliet, who can throw the ball, that can catch the ball. The combination they have going across their offense, there are so many weapons on this team who can really make noise in any given night, and tonight it's been Jordan Fossen doing a bulk of the work, and if teams start keying off him, they have several other weapons they can turn to, and that's what makes him so scary. We haven't even had to see the running ability of Van Vliet. Like we talked about in the pregame, Sonny, he has been a spectacular talent on the ground as well.
Right.
8 rushing touchdowns on the year. He hasn't had to really scramble out of the pocket. His offensive line has bought him time to make his reads and deliver passes downfield. And, props to him. They've done an excellent job executing.
Some team stats, penalty-wise in the first half. Grantsville 3 for 35. The Dinos had 5 for 37. Now, that's a little uncharacteristic for the Dinos, as they have not been a penalty team. They have been very disciplined on the penalty side. Tonight, 5 of them.
And I think that's something that injuries have played into, Sonny, because at the start of the season, you had a very well-disciplined group, and now you're seeing a lot of players getting their first varsity action on the year in one of the most important games of the year. And as such, the adrenaline's high, the nerves are high. You're going to make some uncharacteristic mistakes, and for the Dinos, that has been committing a plethora of penalties throughout the evening.
4 first downs for Grantsville, 2 for the Dinos. The Grantsville hasn't had a lot of first downs because they've had a lot of big plays. That's got them close to the goal line, and then in one play they've been scoring, and they've had a lot of big plays, so that's a little bit misleading, the first down situation. And the turnovers, Grantsville with 1, the Dinos with none, and that's where the Dinos got their 3 points off the one Grantsville turnover.
Yeah, and it's just been a struggle to try and find good offensive momentum. We saw the Dinos kind of get it in their last possession of the half. They found Sandoval. He broke off with a few very good runs, aided by some penalties. They were able to advance into Grantsville territory for the first time since the fumble that set them up in the red zone. But Grantsville's defense really battened down the hatches, and they were able to turn a 3rd and 1 into a 4th and 11. Just great defensive play by the Cowboys.
We'll take a quick break. When we come back, more of the Castle Valley Orthodontics halftime show.
Hi, I'm Dr. Daniel Kelly, owner of Castle Valley Orthodontics. What's keeping you from having a perfect smile? We understand what you want from a local orthodontist. And here at Castle Valley Orthodontics, you'll be treated like family. Call Castle Valley Orthodontics at 637-2222 for a free consultation.
At Castle Country Vet, they believe every pet deserves a touch of love and expert care. You can trust Dr. Harmer and Dr. Kelly. They're not just veterinarians, but passionate pet lovers, dedicated to nurturing your furry friends like family. From routine checkups to emergency interventions, you and your pet will experience compassionate, professional care every step of the way. Let Castle Country Vet help your pets lead the happiest, healthiest lives. Call Castle Country Vet today, 637-5797, because love is a four-legged word.
At Clean Cut Roofing and Siding, they believe every home deserves to look its best. Since 2003, Clean Cut Roofing and Siding has been transforming homes and businesses with precision and care, ensuring your peace of mind with every shingle and siding panel installed. Whether you're updating an old look, repairing storm damage, or bringing life back to your storefront, trust them to handle every detail. Visit cleancutroofingsiding.com to schedule your free consultation. Clean Cut Roofing and Siding, where quality meets craftsmanship.
Discover peace of mind with Don's Hometown Insurance, now even closer to home at their new location, 58 West Main Street in Price. Connect directly with friendly agents ready to tailor a package just for you. Imagine bundling your home, auto, and life insurance, simplifying your life while maximizing your savings. Experience personalized service designed to protect what matters most to you. Visit Don's Hometown Insurance today and feel the difference.
Hey there, food lovers. It's Bill Hicks from Farlano's Cafe, your new favorite spot for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Whether you're craving a hearty omelet, a fresh salad, our golden curly fries, or our mouth-watering pastas, we've got you covered. And we're open 7 days a week. So come on down to Farlano's Cafe, where every meal is a celebration. Remember, it's where the locals eat. Visit us at Farlano's, where great food and great company come together. See you soon.
Hi, I'm Dr. Daniel Kelly, owner of Castle Valley Orthodontics. What's keeping you from having a perfect smile? We understand what you want from a local orthodontist. And here at Castle Valley Orthodontics, you'll be treated like family. Call Castle Valley Orthodontics at 637-2222 for a free consultation.
Welcome to the Carbon Dinos Halftime Report, brought to you by Castle Valley Orthodontics. Call 637-2222 and schedule your free consultation for a smile that will last a lifetime.
Welcome back to the Castle Valley Orthodontics Halftime Show. 47-3 the score in favor of Grantsville over the Carbon Dinos. Now coming up on our sister station, KOAL. 107.3 FM, 7:50 a.m. tomorrow, 8:15 p.m. It's the Utah Utes and the Colorado Buffaloes. That should be a good one, Aiden.
That should be. The Coach Prime has the Buffaloes on the turnaround after a rocky start to the season, looking to upset a very familiar foe in the Utah Utes, both making the jump from the Pac-12 to the Big 12 when the Pac-12 kind of started sinking downwards, but going to be an interesting showdown as they look to bounce back from a pretty devastating loss in the Holy War.
So an 8:15 kickoff pregame show. We'll be on before that on KOAL. Now the Raiders have the weekend off. But we now have the Utah Jazz on KOAL as well, as basketball season is underway, and the Jazz got off to a good start opening night.
Oh, better than a good start, Sonny. That's the best I've seen them play in about 4 years. That was an incredible game by the Utah Jazz, able to dominate the retirement home Clippers, winning by nearly 30 points as the final buzzer sounded. I love what the Jazz are looking. They're not going to win very many games outside of that this year, if I'm being honest, Sonny, but it's good to know that there is a sign of hope for the future.
Also on KOAL 107.3 FM and 7:50 a.m. we have Drive Time Sports with Jordan Buscarini. He'll keep you updated on everything going on locally and nationally in the world of sports. He does an incredible job Monday through Friday, 4 to 5. Sports Byline with Ron Barr, NASCAR. We got all kinds of sports on Castle Country Radio.
Yeah, and
the place to be.
Let's go back to the high school scene, Sonny.
Sure.
Next week, the Emory Spartans traveling up to Summit Academy for the first round of the 2A state playoffs. Sonny, these are two very familiar foes. You look at the past 2 seasons, Summit Academy stole one away at Emory 2 years ago, ending one of the most successful eras in Emory's history. But last year in the state semifinals, Emory got their get back as they defeated the Bears to advance to the state championship for the first time since 1999. So lots of sports happening, and like you said, Castle Country Radio, the place to be, your premier destination for sportscasting. North, south, east, west, wherever your favorite teams are, Sonny, we will be there with them.
You know, you talk about the Spartans getting the bye this week, but that game next week is going to be a good one.
That's a 4-5 matchup.
Yeah.
That's always going to be one that a lot of fireworks are going to come from, because that's where you see a lot of those competitive squads matching up. Not many games happening in the 2A rank, only enough to really try and get one up on for the 2A leg of things throughout this first round of the playoffs. As we start to look to games from around the state, Ogden still up over Canyon View, 14-12 in that contest. The Tigers looking to play upset start of the fourth quarter there. Going to be an exciting finish. North St. Pete again defeating Union 32-14 in more 3A action. Ben Lomond down 52-0 to Juab, and Richfield nearly doubling up Logan 41-21. And looking at our 2A branch, Judge Memorial holds a narrow 3-0 lead over Providence Hall.
That's a look at some scores from around the state of Utah. Here on 95.3 The Peak. This is where the Dinos play. 95.3 The Peak. The sports on 95.3 The Peak are the Dinos. This is where they play.
This is their home, Sonny, and that's where we like them to be. You know, it's always fun traveling around with them, even after football unfortunately comes to a close, because let's admit it, Sonny, we love football.
I do.
We love calling these games. We move on to our next sport only a few weeks away with basketball right
time.
around the corner. So lots of excitement to be had for the Carbon Dinos as they prepare for another season.
And you'll be able to watch the Dinos with us as well as listen to us on 95.3 The Peak. Explain to the people how you go about doing that.
Throughout the season, we have introduced a new video streaming element to our broadcast here at Castle Country Radio. We figured we have some great play-by-play calls. We might as well add some great video alongside it, and you can access that very easily over on YouTube at Castle Country Radio Carbon and Castle Country Radio Emory, respectively. Also, Sonny, we've partnered up with KSL Sports to have these games broadcast on the KSL Sports app. So many ways to enjoy the Dinos. You really don't have any excuse not to catch some of the action.
We're proud to bring you Carbon Dino Sports. Now we're ready for the start of the second half. The Dinos will kick the ball away. They go right to left on your radio dial. So Grantsville will get the ball first to start the second half. You have been listening to the Castle Valley Orthodontics Halftime Show. Thank you, Aiden, for the updates from around the state. Kind of setting us up for next week. Chile will kick the ball away for the Carbon Dinos.
And the band letting them have it, Sonny. Lots of discord blown as that whistle blows, giving Chile the go-ahead for the kick.
And there's the kick. Fielded at the 15, to the 20, 25. Here comes Warren. Warren gets across the 30. They're going to mark him just on the other side of the 30-yard line. 1st and 10 for Grantsville as the second half is underway. Now, right now, the clock will continue to run, Aiden, because of the score of the game. So this might be a quick second half.
We've seen that before, but the Dinos, one of the few teams I've ever seen be able to take the mercy rule out of effect. They did it against Manti, cutting all the way down from a 42-0 deficit at the end of the first half, making it 21-42 and ending the running clock as they have to get within 21 to make that happen.
Tell you what, this Dino team plays till there's zeros. I'll tell you that much.
That they do. There's no quit in them as quarterback Crew Allred takes the field, the freshman for Grantsville.
Allred with the quick throw outside. That might be a backwards pass. The ball's on the ground. There's no whistle. It's recovered by the Dinos. It's a turnover, and the Dinos have a 1st and 10 on the 21-yard line to start the second half. Turnover number 2 for Grantsville.
And would you look at who comes up with it, Sonny? Who else but the Swiss Army knife himself, Tager Timothy, able to dive on that one. Definitely could have gone either way. That was more of a judgment call by the ref. Could have been called a forward pass, but looked like more of a pitch motion as the ball rolls to the ground. I thought so too, but you never know.
You play to the whistle, and there was no whistle.
That they do, and they were rewarded for it as they get to take over on offense.
1st down and 10 for the Dinos. Shotgun formation for Rigby. Full house backfield. One receiver to the right side. Goes to Crespin. Tries to get around the right side. He does get the corner. Across the 20 to the 15-yard line. Still on his feet. Fights his way down to the 10. Inside the 10. Down to the 5-yard line. What a run. Wow, what a run by the Dinos.
Yeah, Crespin able to get the edge on that run. The first time he's been able to really find any success on the outside. He had some success on the interior, but this time his line buying him an edge with some help from the skill players, and now setting themselves up just inches away from the goal line.
1st down, 10 for the Dinos. Handoff up the middle. Goes to Johnson. Gets across the 5. Fights his way down inside the 5 or about the 3. They're going to mark him on the 2. 2nd and goal.
And Dawson Johnson could potentially enter the rare club of freshmen who have scored in a state playoff game. Always impressive to see Dawson Johnson. Sonny, let's talk about the freshman for a second.
Sure.
There have been times he has broken away for some very impressive runs at the varsity level. He navigates the field like a veteran. The only thing that's really standing in his way, Sonny, is the strength differential that stands between a freshman and a senior. That's really the only thing leveling the playing field. Give him 2 or 3 years in the weight room, he is going to be hard to stop.
Crespin's the deep man. He gets the ball, goes over the right side, into the end zone. Touchdown, Dinos.
And Trace Crespin finding the end zone. The senior leader does it for the Dinos, punching it in from 2 yards out. Crespin, he is so fun to watch because he gives 110% every play he is in. I have never seen him take a break on a play. He's just always going, and that's an example of that being rewarded as he is able to plow into the promised land.
Timothy comes on to attempt the extra point. Rigby will hold for the Dinos. It's 47-9. 9:07 left to play here in the 3rd quarter.
Timothy makes this one. He's one step closer to claiming the school time with the school record of PATs made.
Snap, the set. Kick is up. It's right through. It's a 47-10 game. The Dinos strike quickly here in the 3rd quarter. We'll take a break. When we come back, Dino Football 95.3 The Peak, where the Dinos play.
We're not going out on a limb when we say,
I want to go to Juniper.
Juniper Kitchen. Fantastic food, fun atmosphere. Known for their made-from-scratch pizzas, Juniper has the very best pastas, burgers, salads, wraps, hoagies, paninis, appetizers, loaded sodas, desserts, vegan and vegetarian options. Dine in for lunch or dinner, Tuesday through Friday, 11 till 8. Saturdays, noon till 8. Order online at juniperkitchenutah.com with DoorDash delivery. Stop beating around the bush for a great meal.
I want to go to Juniper.
Juniper Kitchen and Price.
I'm Will Hinckley, number 66. I'm Cole Hinckley, number 72, and you're listening to 95.3 The Peak, where the Dinos play.
Eli Chili kicking the ball away for the Carbon Dinos. 9:07 left to play, 3rd quarter. 47-10 Dinos. But they touchdown after turnover. They got 10 points off 2 turnovers. There's the kick. It will be fielded by Grantsville at about the 20, across the 20 to the 25-yard line, pulling the pile to the 35-yard line is the return man for Grantsville, which is Warren. It'll be 1st down and 10 for the Cowboys, 47-10. So the Dinos get off to a good start in the 3rd quarter. Right when the 3rd quarter started, they made a couple of plays, and we said this team does not quit. They play till there's zeros.
They do, and they that last drive was an example of that, forcing the fumble and then able to plow their way into the end zone to cut into the deficit. Down, they're only 37 now. A chance to come storming back.
1st down, 10. Allred, the quarterback. Shotgun formation. Handoff up the middle, running room across the 40. Breaking tackles, 50. 45, 40, Dino territory to the 34-yard line. That's a nice run by
Carter Bell, the junior running back, able to break through the Dinos' defensive line into the secondary. He rushes, and then he's able to break away with a burst of speed, setting himself up at the 33-yard line.
Got into the secondary for a big play. First down on the Carbon 33-yard line. Allred, the quarterback, still in the shotgun formation. Trips go to the far side, single to the near side. They go left to right on the near hash mark. Handoff goes around the left side across the 35-30 to the 27-yard line. The ball carrier's Jensen. Pick up a 5, 2nd and 5.
And bringing him down, Dominic Fox, the junior defensive back, chasing him down from behind and bringing him back down to earth.
The 2nd down and 5.
Final score rolling in from Richfield. The Wildcats defeat Logan 41-21.
The Richfield Wildcats move on. Second and 5. Shotgun formation. Trips come to the near side. Single receiver, the far side. Ball sits far hash mark. They go left to right. Allred wants to throw. Down the left sidelines. What a catch down the sidelines. That was good coverage by the Dinos, and somehow coming up to make that play is Fossum, number 88, and he goes up and makes a great catch down the sidelines, isn't he?
It's a very disciplined skill group for Grantsville. They don't crack under pressure. They stay calm, and they're rewarded with sideline toe-tapping catches like that with defenders right in their face. You got to give a lot of credit to Allred on that one, though, placing it right in his breadbasket.
2 receivers both side in the red zone. Handoff up the middle, touchdown. I thought, did they call it? No, they're going to call him short. Looked like he was in the end zone. They're going to call him down just shy of the goal line. I mean, they put it down. It was Bell. They put the ball down right in front of the goal line. So under center goes Allred on 2nd down. He'll keep it himself on the quarterback sneak, and he won't get there. They're going to mark him short again.
And
Third down.
Grantsville players putting their hands behind their head in disbelief. The Dinos bending, but they won't break as they get they stuff another attempt at the 1-yard line by the Cowboys.
3rd down and 1. On the 1. Shotgun this time for Allred. Handoff. He won't get in again.
What a stand by the Dinos, Sonny.
Bell gets knocked down back at the 3-yard line. It's 4th down.
My goodness, Sonny, this team does not quit no matter the down and distance, no matter the score on the board. They're able to continue to play their hearts out on the field. A goal line stand for the Dinos.
Ball sits on the 2. 4th and goal. 4:56 and running. Shotgun formation for Allred. Bell in the backfield. Allred's going to keep it himself. Does he get in? It's close. Waiting for a signal. Touchdown.
And he did break the plane on that one, Sonny. A good job by Allred on the quarterback draw, able to successfully navigate into about that B gap, rushing inside, and he finds his way into the end zone to push the score into the 50s for Grantsville. They answer back the Dinos touchdown with one of their own. Allred remaining calm and composed as he navigates the field before punching his ticket onto the board.
So the extra point attempt for Grantsville, making it 53-10 with 4:47 left to play. The snap, the hold, the kick is up. The kick is good for Grantsville, making the score 54-10.
It was a good goal line stand by the Dinos, but unfortunately, Allred able to sneak in through a Dinos defense that up until that point had shown no signs of breaking to push it to 54-10, back up to a 44-point advantage for the Cowboys after an excellent start to the second half by Carbon.
So the Dinos get the ball back with 4:47 left to play.
I thought a light was out for a second, and I thought that was 9:47. I think my vision is starting to fail me, Sonny, but that running clock really does make these games go by so much faster.
They do.
But the Dinos, just an excellent start to half number 2, but not enough to stop a powerful Grantsville offensive attack.
They made them work. Took them 4 downs to get 2 yards there, Aiden. And the touchdown was not an easy one either. He had to fight his way to get in on that one.
That he did, and he narrowly made it.
Short kick, fielded at the 20, 25 across the 30. It's Sorensen. And a 1st and 10 for the Dinos. They will start at the 30-yard line with 4:30 left to play, and the clock runs.
Now, Grantsville's kick game has been their one weakness throughout this contest. There have been moments where the ball sails out of bounds. They're unable to really get it downfield. When it's on, it's on. But for the most part, they've really struggled in that aspect. That's the one weakness you've really been able to see from this Grantsville squad tonight.
So the Dinos get it 1st and 10. The ball sits on the 30-yard line for the Dinos, and Rigby will come out in the shotgun. Full backfield once again. 3 running backs, 1 receiver comes out to the left side. Shotgun formation for the Dinos. Man in motion. Crespin comes down into the slot. Quick throw. Timothy out in the flat left side. Gets to the corner. 35-40. First down for the Dinos. Then knocked out of bounds. Not before a first down for the Dinos.
Bit of a helmet-to-helmet hit on that one as well. You can hear the crack from up here in the Sutherland's broadcast booth, but Timothy bounces back up unfazed after a beautiful gain of about 11 on the play.
Yeah, he's a tough kid. First down and 10 for the Dinos. Ball sitting on the 43-yard line with 3:18 in running. 54-10, Grantsville with the lead. Dinos with the ball. Receiver of the far side. Ball sits near hash mark to go right to left. Handoff goes to Crispin. Tries to get around the right side. Can't do it. Nice defensive play by Grantsville. Coming up to make that stop, it's Easton Hammond.
And the off-tackle run for the Dinos has been one that really hasn't been working throughout the evening, but they nearly by the edge off the back of Ben Johnson, but unfortunately unable to do it. He had a cutback lane available if he wanted, but he was kind of dead set on getting to that outside corner and finding his seam. Unfortunately, just unable to do it on that run.
Second down, 10 yards to go for the Dinos. Shotgun once again. 3 running backs. Pitch goes to the deep man, Timothy. He gets the corner across the 50, 45-yard line out of bounds into Cowboy territory. Move the chains, and the Dinos have a nice drive going.
And
I'm sorry, that was not Timothy. I made a mistake there. Let me get that fixed. That was Johnson.
And Ben Johnson again with breakaway speed in the backfield. Cole Hinckley does a good job in maintaining his block, driving him backwards once he flies upfield. Kind of a design play where you let that defensive end fly upfield, and then you can hammer him further outside, opening up a bigger gap for your back to go through.
Timothy, Sandoval, Crespin in the backfield along with Rigby. Last man through the lines, Crespin, and he gets hit right at the line of scrimmage. Loss of a yard, second down. Second and 11 for the Dinos. Nice defensive play by Grantsville.
And Grantsville, again, embodies that bend, don't break mentality as they get through at the line of scrimmage and bring them down before they can even get any forward progress started.
Garrett Allred on the stop for the Cowboys. Second and 11 for the Dinos. 1:18 left to play in the third.
Allred, a very familiar sporting name here in Grantsville. Just a very athletic kind of town. You look at the basketball courts, you look at the football field, the wrestling mat. They really do just have an excellent sporting program all around.
Second down, 11. Full house backfield once again for the Dinos. Rigby wants to throw. Little quick screen out to Timothy. Good defensive play, read beautifully by the Grantsville defense. That was Moulton out here to make the play. Ball falls to the ground, incomplete, 3rd and 11.
Yeah, he was on Timothy like stink on a skunk, unable to go anywhere. Timothy tries to make the catch, but if he had, he would have just been brought down right there by Moulton.
Play clock says 23, game clock says 30. We got one more play in the third quarter. Dinos break the huddle and come to the line of scrimmage. Shotgun once again for Rigby, same backfield. Wide receiver is out to the right side. Rigby wants to throw. Screen pass over the middle. Caught by Crespin, but he's hit immediately and goes down right at the line of scrimmage. 4th down. Coming up to make that play was Clark for Grantsville. So it's going to be 4th down. Actually a loss of 2. So it's going to be 4th down and 13 for the Dinos and Sandoval on the field. But the clock runs out. We've played 3 here at Grantsville High School. It's Grantsville 54 and the Carbon Dinos 10.
At Oliver Law, we specialize in criminal defense and DUI. Everyone needs to know their rights. Let us guide you through the criminal justice minefield. At Oliver Law, we still believe in innocent until proven guilty.
You're looking for somewhere you could be proud to work. Komatsu is looking for you. Komatsu is a leading manufacturer of construction, mining, forestry, and industrial heavy equipment. Komatsu currently has openings for seasoned welders, journeyman electricians, and MSHA certified electricians, as well as master machinists. At Komatsu, not only will your skills be rewarded with competitive wages, but you'll also enjoy benefits like a robust 401k plan. Grow with Komatsu. Go to komatsu.com or call Tanner at 636-6150.
Carbon High School football on KRPX 95.3 The Peak.
Welcome back to Carbon Dino football. Rigby wants to throw, throws out to the right side to Timothy. He makes the catch just inside the 30 to the 28-yard line on a first down for the Dinos. Move the chains.
A bit of a cutback by Tager on that one. Able to come back to the ball. Catches it while sliding on his knees, but it's enough for the first down. That's what the Dinos need just to keep this ball moving as the clock isn't on your side in the slightest as it continues to tick down.
Shotgun formation once again for Rigby. Sandoval in the backfield with Crespin. Two receivers coming to the near side. Far side has one. Give it to Sandoval. Hit right at the line of scrimmage. Loss of a yard on the play. 2nd and 11. Good defensive play that time by Grantsville. The clock continues to run. 54-10 the score. Winner of this game moves on.
They'll be facing the Juab Wasps in the second round of the playoffs.
You know, the second round in 3A is going to be very entertaining.
That it is, Sonny. There is not a game that is going to be a blowout in the slightest. All of these teams coming out ready to play. I'd be shocked to see any game decided by more than 2 scores.
2nd down, 11. Carbon Dinos break the huddle, come to the line of scrimmage. 2 running backs. Crespin, Sandoval. Both standing on the right side of Rigby, who wants to throw. Down the left sidelines, has a man open and complete, overthrew him. The intended receiver for the Carbon Dinos. He was going down that left sidelines. That was Finch. Ball falls to the ground, incomplete, 3rd and 11.
Yeah, and then we have that score from the Juab and Ben Lomond game. They just wrapped up their third quarter as well. Juab up 59-8 over the Fighting Scots.
We are down under 10. Left to play. 3rd down and 11 for the Dinos. It's a good play for the Dinos. It was there, just didn't quite execute it, so it's 3rd down and 11. Shotgun formation once again for Rigby. 2 receivers to the far side, 1 here to the near short side of the field. Fakes the handoff to Sandoval, throws out in the flat to Timothy. It falls to the ground, incomplete, 4th down.
And just a bit of an offensive miscommunication there. Unable to really avoid running into each other on those routes, and that results in neither receiver being able to come close to catching that ball. 4th and 11 for the Dinos as they try and tack a few more on the board.
Now, I'm not really sure if that was intended for Finch or Timothy.
And I think that's where the confusion came in. They weren't able to really rub off each other with much cohesion, but they got Tager out to attempt
field goal. 46 yards. They're going to put the ball down on the 36-yard line.
Yeah, let's see what he can do. He's a junior. Lay down the ball. Let's see what he is capable of.
Snap, the hold, the kick. It's high enough. Is it long enough? Just short.
Oh, and I thought he had that one for a second. It had the height, Sonny, just not the distance as it falls back down to earth. Dang gravity grabbing hold of it.
The high school rule on a field goal, if it passes the goal line, the ball comes to the 20-yard line. So Grantsville will get the ball 1st and 10 on the 20.
Yeah, it's really not a risky situation if you know you can at least reach the end zone for a touchback.
Yeah.
The Dinos, they're trying out to see what Tager is capable of, and I think that's something that is going to be play a major factor into next season.
Sure, absolutely. 8:15 and running left to play in the ball game. 54-10 the score, and it's Grantsville's football. The ball sitting on the 20-yard line. All red, the quarterback. Long snap count, wants to throw. Steps up in the pocket, looking. Now steps between Couple of defenders. Flag comes in, gets out to the 36-yard line, brought down by Sandoval. We got a flag where it usually is holding, but we'll see what it is.
And that's more than likely what we're going to be seeing, especially based on where it was thrown. But Allred navigating the pocket like a pro, steps up, avoids contact, moves the hips, and is able to find his gap, and he takes off sprinting.
Illegal formation. That flag came in late.
It did, especially for an illegal formation. Typically, you're going to see that called more before the snap, but, better late than never, as they say, as Grantsville loses the big gain on the play.
Moves it back, so it'll be 1st and 15. Down to 7. We're going to be under 7 by the time this ball gets snapped, most likely. Shotgun for Allred, right at 7. Wants to throw, looking down the left sideline, throws, incomplete. Overthrew everybody. Goes into the Grantsville bench, so it'll be 2nd down and 15.
And it was going to be a tall task to try and snatch that ball out of the air, either Sonny, as Dunleavy had the route to the sideline, and we've seen them make catches along that route time and time again. That time, just no chance that anyone was going to be coming down with that one, except for maybe a cheerleader along the sideline.
6:30 left to play. 2nd down, 15 for Grantsville. 54-10 the score. Grantsville with the lead in the ball. Handoff up the middle. Not much there. Gets back to the 15 across the 16-yard line. Maurer on the stop for the Dinos.
And that illegal formation has come back to haunt the Cowboys, as since then they really haven't been able to move the ball forward in the slightest, as the clock ticks now within the final 6 minutes of the contest and potentially the final 6 minutes of the Dinos season.
3rd down long, 3rd and 15 for Grantsville. Allred, the quarterback, in the shotgun. Wants to throw. Throws between the hash marks, down the field, incomplete. Through the hands of the intended receiver at the 50-yard line. It looked like that might be a successful play, but it goes through Bell's hands. Right at midfield, 4th down in a punting situation for Grantsville.
And I don't know if it would have been a touchdown because Sandoval right on his heels, but if he would have caught that, would have done wonders for the momentum of the Cowboys.
Crespin back to receive the punt for the Carbon Dinos. He stands on the 50. Chance Wood, the up man, standing on the 35-yard line. Down under 5 minutes when this play, when the ball is snapped here. We'll be under 5, we are. High snap, controlled. Nice kick. Crespin's going to field it at the 45, gets to the 50. Finds a little gap to the 45, and he's brought down there on Grantsville's side. Dinos will get possession. 1st and 10 with 4:40 left to play and running in the ballgame.
That was an incredible kick from Grantsville, being able to do the damage on that one. Aiden Rayner, the sophomore, boots it all the way. That ball, it soared through the air. That was a very high kick, but also a very long kick as well. And it gave a lot of time for Grantsville's return team to try and get back and bring the Dinos down.
And as the night comes along, it gets chillier. It's getting a little cold.
That it is, Sunny. Down into the 40-degree mark we go. 49 is the temperature here in Grantsville.
Shotgun formation for the Carbon Dinos. Ball sitting on the 45-yard line. Rigby, there's that little double reverse. Goes to Timothy around the right side. Got blockers. 40 down to the 37-yard line. Going to mark him on the 36. Nice pickup on the play of about 8, maybe 9. 2nd down and short for the Dinos.
A heroic play by Chaz Hernandez. Looked like he was sealed up along the edge, but able to break away from his block, wrap up the legs of Timothy, and bring him down before he's able to do even more damage on the double reverse.
2nd down 1, pickup of 9. Try it again to the other side. Timothy's going to have the 1st down across the 35 or the 33-yard line and move the chains for the Dinos. Same exact play, just reversed.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. If
absolutely.
They're not going to stop it, keep running it. And that's a prime example of that, as they are able to move the chains forward now. Clock ticks into the final 3 minutes of the Dinos season. 54-10 advantage for Grantsville. A matchup with Juab awaits for the winner.
Eastern Utah Community Credit Union postgame show coming up next. Shotgun formation. Handoff. Crespin finds some running room. Gets across the 35 down to the 32-yard line. Pickup of 3.
And the forward progress is what matters most on that play. Able to just push it a little bit forward. 2nd and 8, chip away at the down and distance. Keep moving yourself forward. That's what you got to do to keep momentum on your side and keep the attitudes positive as you try and tack a few more points on the board before game end.
2nd and a short 8. Clock under 2:25. Carbon Dino football season coming to an end. It's been fun. Hope you've enjoyed following the Dinos with us. Shotgun formation. Pitch comes to Johnson going around the left side. Got running room. 1st down and more in the red zone. Across the 20 down to the 18-yard line. Move the chains. And a 1st down for the Dinos. With 1:57 left to play, but this has been a fun season, hasn't it?
That it has, Sonny, and that's the thing about this team being so young is that you're going to have so many returners, but it is going to be hard seeing those seniors move on to bigger and better things. But, ultimately football is not about how long you played. It's about the lessons you take away from it, and, you learn a lot playing this game.
Absolutely. Shotgun formation. Pitch goes to Johnson coming around the right side to the 15. Has a blocker down to the 10 and then out of bounds.
Example in point, Dawson Johnson, only a freshman. He's played a lot of varsity minutes this season, and when we've seen him in the game, Sonny, he's really excelled. His field vision is incredible. The biggest thing he needs to work on in the offseason, as is the case for most of the Dinos, they just need to hit the weight room over the offseason because you can have the technique, you can have the intelligence, but you need that strength to really tie it all together.
Down to a minute. 1st and goal for the Dinos just inside the 10-yard line. Rigby the shotgun. Sandoval in the backfield along with Johnson. Rigby wants to throw. Slant pattern in the end zone. Touchdown. Sorensen comes up with the catch in the end zone for the Carbon Dinos. That makes the score 54-16. That was a 10-yard pass to Sorensen.
And Sonny, I'm happy to see Sorensen able to get into the end zone as well as Crespin. Both of them hard workers and senior leaders on this team. Seeing them being able to score in their final game, I think it's a well-deserved moment for the pair.
Extra point attempt for the Carbon Dinos. The snap, the kick by Timothy is up, and it is good.
And with that, Timothy ties the school record for extra points in a season.
So the extra point is good, 54-17 when we come back. 95-3 the Peak where the Dinos play.
At Clean Cut Roofing and Siding, they believe every home deserves to look its best. Since 2003, Clean Cut Roofing and Siding has been transforming homes and businesses with precision and care, ensuring your peace of mind with every shingle and siding panel installed. Whether you're updating an old look, repairing storm damage, or bringing life back to your storefront, trust them to handle every detail. Visit cleancutroofingsiding.com to schedule your free consultation. Clean Cut Roofing and Siding, where quality meets craftsmanship.
I'm Will Hinckley, number 66. I'm Cole Hinckley, number 72, and you're listening to 95.3 The Peak, where the Dinos play.
Welcome back to Carbon Dino Football. 95-3 the Peak where the Dinos play. 54-17 with 45 seconds left to play. Eli Chili will kick the ball away for the Carbon Dinos. Nice end over end kick. Fielded at the 10 and then dropped. Rolls back to the 5-yard line. Picked up there. Could be a safety. He got back out of the end zone. Just barely got out of the end zone to the 2-yard line. And Grantsville will start there, but we don't have to run another play. This game is over. Congratulations to Grantsville. They will move on to the second round. 54-17, the final score tonight over the Carbon Dinos.
And, they've earned it. They played a very hard-nosed style of football. They played a very complete game. They've earned this victory. But the Dinos, to their credit, did not give up at any point in this contest, as exampled by that final play. They had every right to just jog off the field on that one, be content with a touchback, but they try and hustle. They try and end the game with a safety, but unfortunately, a smart play by Grantsville brings them forward out of that territory as Grantsville advances to the second round of the 3A state playoffs. They'll be facing a very familiar foe in the Juab Wasp. Sonny, let me remind you, last time these two teams met, it was fireworks.
Yeah.
Grantsville narrowly lost to the Wasps 36-35 in a double overtime thriller. And like you mentioned earlier, it's always an interesting time when the second round rolls around because hardly a game is going to be a blowout.
Oh, it's going to be a great rest of the tournament for 3A football. I mean, anybody can beat anybody. These teams are pretty evenly matched, and it's going to be a fun playoff to watch. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, Eastern Utah Community Credit Union postgame show. Final score once again, 54-17. Dinos fall short to Grantsville.
Show your school spirit and support local high schools with the new Eastern Utah Community Credit Union debit and credit cards. Featuring designs for Carbon, Emory, and Grand High School, these cards let you carry a piece of your school's pride wherever you go. Plus, to make purchasing easier, Eastern Utah Community Credit Union has added the convenience of tap-to-pay and compatibility with major mobile wallets. Pick up your school spirit card today at any of the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union branches.
It's fun! It's our favorite place.
Strike up family fun for everyone. Gateway Lanes. Families that play together stay together. And Gateway Lanes is your center for fun, snacks, and great food. So let Gateway Lanes do the cooking with open and league bowling year-round and Club Bowl Thursday night, 9 till 11:30, with unlimited bowling including shoes. Since 1989, Helper's Hometown Bowling Center, Gateway Lanes, South Main Street in Historic Helper, and bowlhelper.com. Let's roll.
Hi, I'm Mackenzie Smith. After 6 years as a nurse, I've learned that sometimes our bodies just need a little extra support. That's what IV therapy can do. It can help you bounce back quicker after an illness, recover faster after a workout, ease migraines, and even improve focus and energy. Think of it as giving your body a direct line to the hydration and nutrients it needs to feel its best. I'd love to help you find the right blend for your goals. Reach out to me on Facebook or Instagram at wellness.iv.utah.
Picture this. A sudden burst pipe, flames engulfing your kitchen. Disaster strikes when you least expect it. But fear not, because Restore Wizard of Price is here to save the day. Their team of restoration experts is ready to tackle any fire or flood emergency from start to finish. They're not just here to fix the damage, they're here to restore your peace of mind. Don't let disaster catch you off guard. Call Restore Wizard of Price, 637-9165. Restore Wizard, the magic of a fresh start.
Having a great local pharmacy that you can rely on is important. At Price Family Pharmacy, transferring your prescriptions is simple and hassle-free. Just call us at 637-3737 and we'll take care of the rest. Need your medication delivered right to your door? We offer free delivery to make your life even easier. Managing multiple medications? Ask about our convenient med packing services to keep you organized and on track. Visit Price Family Pharmacy and experience a team that genuinely cares. Feel better about your pharmacy. Choose Price Family Pharmacy today.
Show your school spirit and support local high schools with the new Eastern Utah Community Credit Union debit and credit cards. Featuring designs for Carbon, Emory, and Grand High School, these cards let you carry a piece of your school's pride wherever you go. Plus, to make purchasing easier, Eastern Utah Community Credit Union has added the convenience of tap-to-pay and compatibility with major mobile wallets. Pick up your school spirit card today at any of the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union branches.
You're listening to Carbon Dino Football on the Peak, KRPX 95.3 FM.
Welcome back, Eastern Utah Community Credit Union post-game show. We'll go scoring by quarters here tonight. After one, Grantsville led 28-3. In the second quarter, they outscored the Dinos 19-0, making it 47-3 at the half. In the third quarter, it was a 7-7 making it 54-10. And then in the fourth quarter, the Dinos outscored Grantsville 7-0, 54-17. The final score. Grantsville moves on to the second round. The Dinos, their football season has come to an end. Sad to see it come to an end. Dinos started out 2-0 on the season, dropped their last 8 in the regular season, and fall short tonight. But as we've said throughout this broadcast tonight, this is a team that plays to the final zeros.
No, and that's a culture thing that Coach Milovich has gone and established, because, you look back and you see moments in previous seasons where players were just giving up. The scoreboard would get up there and players would just kind of hang their hats and they would go home. They'd clock in for the night, so to say, and they just wouldn't finish out the game. That's not been the case with Coach Milovich and this squad. They've done an excellent job in establishing a full game culture. There's not a single moment where you see any players taking a break on the field, on the sideline. They're always engaged and ready to go. And that's a step forward. And that's a major thing to establish in your first year as a head coach. That lays the groundwork for years to come. And, we got to talk about the seniors for a second, Sonny. This is a group who's fought through a lot of adversity, injuries, 3 head coaches in 3 years. They fought through a lot, but they've stayed the course, and they really helped shift the culture at Carbon High School. And that's a hard thing to do, but this group has done just that.
Yep, the final score tonight, 54-17. Dinos fall short. Now it's time to thank people. Let's first thank Carbon High School for allowing us to do this. It's fantastic to be able to cover the Carbon Dinos. I enjoy it. I know you enjoy it. Dave enjoys it. It's fun to follow these kids around and cover Carbon sports. I want to thank Nick Milovich, the head coach of the Carbon Dinos. He's so easy to work with. All the coaches are with Carbon High School, but I want to thank him. I want to thank the kids, the seniors, wish them well. I want to thank you, Aiden. Thank Dave, does a great job at the camera. It's just been a fun football season. Now it's time to go to basketball. Is there anything you want to say?
I think we just got to continue to look ahead for the Dinos. It's been an up and down year, but you got to take a lot of positive from it. And that's the thing, is sometimes when you're watching teams or programs have to go through a rebuild, it's a struggle. At times you feel like nothing's happening, nothing's going the way that you would like. But this season with Carbon, you could feel such a shift in the atmosphere. You could feel a joy for the game from these kids. And, that's what this is all about, building a lifelong joy for these kids. That football is a game. Let's admit it, it's a game, but you learn so many lessons from it. It turns boys into men. Not the hit band from the 90s, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But it transforms you in a way that sets you up for the next stages in your life. These are kids who are prepared to go out to college, to the workforce, on missions. They're ready to take on the world, and with them, they'll take the lessons and the memories that they've had from this football season. It's something that they're going to cherish forever.
So, with that, tonight, once again, the final score is 54-17 Grantsville with the win over the Carbon Dinos. You can follow Carbon Dino Sports on CastleCountryRadio.com, and you listen to Drive Time Sports on our sister station KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM. Jordan will keep you updated on everything. We'll be back for the basketball season. It's just right around the corner.
Yeah, right around the corner, Sonny. Literally a few weeks away from starting. I'm very excited to see what happens in that. Going to be an excellent time. And, I'm going to be here with you, and it's going to be just as fun as it always is. Love covering these kids, Sonny. Doesn't matter what the temperature. It's like the Postal Service. Yep. No rain, no shine, no snow, no sleet. We're going to be here with Carbon, and we want to give these kids the attention and respect they deserve because they're laying it all out on the line. That's the least we can do for them.
Now, high school football is not done on Castle Country Radio. We will have the Emory game next week. Emory will be back. They get a bye this week. So on the sister station, KOAL 107.3 FM, 750 AM, Jordan Buscarini and Travis Anderson will be bringing you the Emory game. It's going to be a good one.
That it will, Sonny.
Tune in.
A 4-5 matchup between these two squads. Lots on the line. A trip to the state semifinals on the line for both of these two teams. No one wants to lose a shot at that.
And with that, we're going to call it an evening here from Grantsville. Once again, the final score, Grantsville 54, the Carbon Dinos 17. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast as we enjoy bringing it to you. Once again, 54-17, the final score. Congratulations to Grant.